Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity studio. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hate these days, right? The days after losses, and we've got a lot of losing over this week. Not a good one, but we'll get to kind of the Sixers and everything else. But let's tackle last night, and the Flyers go down 4-1. It's literally a bittersweet type of morning because obviously we're all get greedy, and they're in the second round, and if you win last night, it's a series, and now down 3-0 to that team, it's curtains, right? Like, we get it. But, and it's a huge but, we expected they would lose the series. It's a tough series against a really polished team, and it's about the beginning. This is like the beginning of the ride. So the fact that it's over, it could be over Saturday, it could be over, quickly, it's okay, right? Like, I feel completely energized by the Flyers, optimistic with the Flyers. I feel really good about them. And like you saw last night, I mean, they need more players. Like, if you're going to get past Carolina, which is a true cup contender, then you need players. You need a 1D. You saw the power play. We've dealt with the power play, and it's not a power play, right? Like, it's not good. And the 5-on-3 killed them. Like, when they had a chance to tie it and they had the 5-on-3 for a minute and 20 seconds, you got to convert. Like, that's just what it is. So it shows you that there is a lack of talent, which we all knew. So I'm as far as upset as you can be. I feel great about them. I do. And by the way, I know this is not the Philadelphia thing to do, but I thought those kids battled hard, man. I mean, I thought, like, they didn't back down. It was a chippy game, and I thought they battled. And the shame of it is they outplayed Carolina in the first period, and they had chance, and they had crossbars and posts, and Martone was out of his mind in the first period. Like, they really had a shot, man. If they converted one, preferably 2 goals, it's a different story, right? But, it is what it is. So I just thought they battled hard. They were in it. Like, you're down Tippett and you're down Cates, and you still battled hard. Look, at the end, the shorty killed them, and then after that, it is what it is, right? That goal right at the post with Svechnikov. I mean, what are you going to do? That's kind of how I feel. And all I know is that being down there last night and seeing the energy of the crowd, and I remember looking at my phone to check the time, and it was like 7:22. And I look outside, and it was still bright daylight. And that, to me, signifies playoff hockey. Like, when you're in the second round of the playoffs, and it's an 8 o'clock puck drop, and I look outside, and I see bright sunshine, I go, hey, man, we've arrived. So we're at the party. And I think the way they're building this thing, I have the utmost faith in Jonesy and Danny and, that whole crew, obviously Talk, and the way they've shown themselves, purported themselves. I think we should, I think we should be happy. I do. I feel great about them. And I'll go as far as to say is what I like to see, and I hope they win one game, and I hope they win Saturday. But if they don't, and it's a sweep, I think it's a standing O at the end of the game. I do. I think it's a great way to put a bow on a real good year, right? A real good season, and a back half of the season where we saw them achieve and we saw them grow. And that's all we wanted, right? We wanted the Flyers back, and we got them back. And I think that's important. Meanwhile, tonight, hopefully the Sixers can end this bit of a losing streak that we're all on. The fact is, OG Anunoby probably won't play tonight for the Knicks, which is huge. We'll see about the big fella. Obviously, if you're going to make it a series, it's like last night. Like, you got to win. You got to win. Unlike the Flyers, the Sixers have to win. There is no solace in losing with the Sixers. And you got Josh Hart may not play. Like we said, Anunoby probably won't play. You got to win. That has to be. And I still can't get the distaste out of my mouth from last night. And it had nothing to do with the Flyers. And it had nothing to do with the Phillies, even though Painter got blasted last night. It had to do with Jared McCain scoring 18 points for Oklahoma City. And watching him score 18 points last night in 18 minutes sickened me. Sickened me. And once again, this concept that because they beat Boston, it saved jobs is nonsense. Daryl Morey has not put this team together correctly. He has failed in putting this team together. Even if they somehow are able to win, it doesn't make what he did correct. He failed. You gave away, and I'll lump Morey and Josh Harris and the ownership group, like, if not about believing in this team and going into the luxury tax, like, how many shots are you going to waste? How many springs are you going to waste? How many? Like, what are you going to do? And watching McCain score 18 last night should sicken every Sixers fan. And that's the truth. Like, forget about, well, would Nick Nurse play him? That's asinine. Asinine. Yeah, because, by the way, Paul George wound up missing 32 games, right? Like, of course he would have to play him. Of course you would think to develop a guy coming off of an ACL who's a young player who has one attribute that you don't have, which is shoot the basketball. Like, shoot the basketball. He can shoot. Yeah, I know he's not a lead guard. I don't know, but the GM he's got 4 guards or had 4 guards. None of them are lead guards. So I don't know what he's looking at. In the end, they have to win. Have to. And all this talk about, it still rubs me the wrong way about all the Maxey blame that was going around there. Well, is he a closer? I saw him close against Boston. All right? He played 47 minutes. Yeah, he's going to have a turnover, right? Bad cross-court pass. He's going to miss an open shot. I mean, VJ missed a couple open shots in the fourth quarter. It is what it is. When you're taxing your players like that and you have no bench, that's what you get. You get shots that are short because you got no legs. That's what happens. And again, it goes back to Morey and how he assembled the roster and how it just wasn't enough. So tonight's a big night, and I don't know how to feel. I'm a little concerned for 2 reasons. One, I just don't. We'll see about Embiid. I don't know how they're going to come out and play. How's Maxey's finger that he jammed? And then the other piece of it is, I'm worried about a rat invasion because I could see it. We've seen it before when all the New York rats come down here, and they're all around. All the freaking celebrities that you just hate, right? Like, with their Knicks stuff. Oh, God. Please, God, no. And that will be sickening, all right? So I'm a little worried about that. Today, we'll dive into it all. Flyers, Sixers, Little Phils, and Eagles minicamp, which we have not even discussed because of everything else. So Bo will join us later on. But I'm thrilled to have with me one of the great Philadelphians. In fact, she doesn't lose to Boston or New York. She beats Boston in New York. She's the CEO of Philly FIFA World Cup, our dear friend of the show, and great 4-for-4, 5-for-5 person. It's the great McCain.
Thank you. Good morning,
Good morning, Meg.
Good morning. How are you?
I kind of take solace in the Flyers.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't it feel, you and I, before the show, were talking about, like, it feels more like a beginning.
Yes.
Right? I woke up this morning and it reminded me a little bit of like 07 with the Phillies. Like, remember like that run to get in?
Yeah.
They got to the playoffs and
lost to Colorado.
They lost to Colorado.
And it was weird because
like,
you remember that series? They played, I think, like an afternoon game.
Yes, to open.
Right?
Yes.
Like, and
everybody's so excited. It was like 3 p.m.
Right. Like
so random.
And Kaz Matsui had a grand slam for
Colorado.
Colorado.
It was brutal.
And then they went to Colorado like on a Friday night, and it was freezing out
cold.
there. Right?
Right. It was like all these things that happened. Like that. I remembered that feeling, like as I was watching that game last night. Right? Like what it felt like in 07, thinking like, wow, look at them. They came back. They've really... Like they really pushed. You felt like you learned a lot about the team. It was like you saw how much they wanted it. You know, they were building
young.
That swagger. They were young, right? They were just kind of, they had Jimmy Rollins, like right, right. Everybody was just getting there. And so I feel like this is such a it's sad because nobody wants the ride to end, right? Nobody wants the ride to end, but at the same time, it's also like wow, like. You're looking forward to minicamp in September. You're looking forward,
I know.
Right? You want to see what Jonesy and Briere do in the offseason, right? Like you want to see what are the moves that they're going to make. And I think they've earned the trust and the right they've done a lot right.
Yeah.
And so what will they do to improve this team? And I think to your point about, looking at last night, they fought hard. They won it. Nobody wants it more than them.
Right.
And you get that feeling from them. So you can't
like even in the end, like they went out fighting, right?
They totally went out
literally,
fighting.
I mean, literally, right?
Literally. Maybe not for the best. I don't think 58 penalty minutes is what anybody wanted to see it.
Like the way that game was called out.
Yeah.
Can I just say it has nothing to do with the outcome,
no,
right? So
absolutely not.
I'm not complaining about that.
That was a major penalty. The one on Santa.
He's on his knee.
Yeah,
he's on his knee, and you smash him.
Yeah.
He's in a vulnerable position.
Absolute major penalty.
Missed. At least a double.
At least. But at the end of the day, that didn't affect the game.
And by the way, it would have mattered.
Right. The Pico power play. I hear Lou Nolan's voice.
Let's go on the Pico power play.
I know.
Love you, Pico.
Yes. Love the power. Need the power. Love our lights. Need the lights to stay on. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe we should just play. Maybe, can you defer it? Can you imagine if it was just like, you know what, we're good.
Yeah, 505.
5-on-5, we're good. We thank you, but no thanks. Like, has anybody ever done that for a power? Like, no thanks. We're good.
I'll decline
that power play.
Like it's a false start. Nah, I'm declining.
No, we're good. I don't need the extra yards. I don't need the extra. No. Don't give us the advantage. We much prefer an even.
Well, it just deflates you when you don't convert.
Well, absolutely. And the thing about this series, right, in these first 3 games is they've outplayed Carolina in periods, in certain periods. I mean, hands down. I mean, they have had great periods and they haven't been able to close. And it's like, you know it. Like last night in that first period, that could have been 2-0 in no time, right? And Martone's the Martone miss. You've got the Konechny miss on the breakaway in game 2. Yeah. I mean, it's like again, it's like you feel it, but it's that. I hate to say it's a game of inches. Like that's the worst, but it is. It is. And you're seeing you use the exact right word in the open that the Hurricanes are just a polished team.
Yeah.
And the other word I would use is deep.
Yes.
And that is something when you have Kate's out, when Tippett's out, right? I mean, these guys are running on some fumes at this point.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, we can talk about fumes as we pivot to the Sixers too and lack of depth. But
toxic fumes.
Right. Well, I mean, that's where I think from a Flyers perspective, there's so much hope. That's what feels different.
It does.
About this. And it feels, there's been so much talk. And we both know Dan Hilferty well. I mean, he's a winner.
Yes.
Like that he wants to win. Right. And Jonesy is a winner. And Briere, look at 2010 and think back to that magical run.
Yeah.
And him being at the center of that.
Yeah.
These guys when they
And Todd is hoisted silver.
Absolutely. Twice. Right. And so like, that's where like when you put winners in charge and people who want to win, right? Like, and that starts that takes a little time to
of course,
to take hold.
Yeah.
I mean, this is that they're there. This is we've jokingly in this town have talked about culture change, right? Culture change, right? All the time. This is one where it feels different.
Yeah.
It feels really different.
And you know, you have young players
Totally
on the horizon, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the ones that, I mean, you think about Martone,
oh my God.
right? Like,
right.
what? Like that.
He was probably at a frat party 6 weeks ago.
Right.
He's the only one that's probably tapping kegs.
Right,
Like he's now in charge of that for the players, I'm sure.
And
like handing him a bottle, he's like, "Where's my red Solo cup?" Right?
Exactly.
Yes.
And the amazing thing, like, you know, it took him a little bit to get acclimated, but man, he has gotten acclimated.
Fast.
And he was great in the first 2 periods. He was great. Like, I mean, the kid played a great game. We got the third star of the game, well deserved. Kid was awesome.
Played a great game. And look, when you are playing a better team, and that fundamentally is just I love magic. Right. Like, I mean, I love the idea of like, you can have a magical run.
Right.
You can make that run.
Right.
Everything can break your way. More often than not, it doesn't. Right. You hit a great team. Carolina's a great team. And I mean, Brindamore is a great
coach. Yes.
Great coach.
Yes.
And the discipline, I think that's really the key element. Like the discipline with which they play is striking.
Yes.
Right. And not that the Flyers are undisciplined. It's not either or. It's just, there is a professionalism and a discipline that you see in the way that their shift changes operate. I mean, the speed, their lines, the depth, all of that. And look, the Flyers in the first round got under the Penguins' skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Carolina's like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right. You settle down.
You're cute.
You're right. So, and I think that's that's experience.
Yeah. Yeah. That said, and I've always been a big Brindamore fan.
He's a terrific coach.
He's a great coach.
Unbelievable.
But after this series, go Buffalo.
Buffalo.
All right.
Has anyone ever said that? Like, dude, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like, I will
be
actively rooting for the Sabres. Actively rooting for the Sabres after this series.
Yeah, that would be a great.
Yeah, because I mean, listen, you know, Carolina is I think the best team in the East, and they're a team that has been through wars. Like, you know, this is what it is. Right. But in the end, I smile, man, because
as do I.
Like you said, like we got an off-season look at. I don't know. Maybe we can dream. Maybe there's an Austin Matthews, or maybe at some point there is a McJesus come here.
Absolutely. But the other part is that, you know, we sometimes take it for granted. You know, like we've been able to display what a great fan base the Flyers are. I think Mike Sealski wrote about it in a column, you know, before this series started, about the fact that the NHL playoffs are just better when Philadelphia is in it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so that's I think something that's been on display. And think about that. In 8 years and during every free agency period, right, when you have players, great players that are looking for being on the rise or wanting to be the difference maker, right? Philadelphia, you know, now it's like, ooh, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Right? That's a change.
It is a change.
It changed. It fundamentally changed how the free agency for the Eagles.
Yeah.
When they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, you think about what that does.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be an interesting thing to follow, because I think this will be an exciting off season for the Flyers. And I think people will be really dialed in on it.
Without a doubt.
Talking about what are the Flyers doing for when they get back in September. We haven't had that conversation.
No.
For a long time.
No, I mean, listen, season ended and that was it. Like, first of all, it ended in silence anyway because nobody was paying attention. Right? Like, you know, I mean, I can't imagine, and I'm grateful for the runs, because I can't imagine a time when we had an Eagles minicamp and
we haven't talked about it?
No.
100%.
I mean, like what?
We had a draft that basically was on the other side of the state, and we were like, oh, Mackay Lemon, cool.
Yeah.
Back to regularly scheduled programming. Like we've never done that. You know, I mean, that I was on right before the draft and we were like laughing about the fact that like we were sort of talking about it and what was going to happen. By the way, when you talked about your quarterback, what the guy you were like, we got to get like from LSU. And I was like, did he get signed? He's undrafted?
He went in the 7th round.
Okay.
To Kansas City, to Andy.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll come back to bite everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. But I do think like that we've been through this offseason, like with the Eagles and maybe for the best, that it's been a little bit quiet.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing for the
Eagles.
Eagles.
It's a great thing. And,
right.
And now here's tonight, right? Like,
right.
I don't think we can handle another loss. Like,
it's been a rough
week.
It's been a rough week.
I mean, look, and then we'll get to Painter at some point today, right?
Ooh.
And you know, I can't have another series be 3-0.
No. We need at least a 2-1. We've got to push someone to a game 5.
Right.
Someone. And and again, I don't count the Flyers out because I think that their fight.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think this is a fait accompli on a sweep on the Flyers. Could be.
Yeah.
Could, but I don't think it is.
I'll be honest with you. If I were the Flyers, like if I was Talk,
yeah,
I would play Bonk. I would play the kids. I'd say, you know what?
Have a blast.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
And then see what happens. And if you win, you win. If not, so be it.
Right. I think though for the Sixers, this is the must win.
Yes.
Right. This is a must win because if they go down 3-0, I don't know that they have the same fight and heart that we've and that's
right. It's one thing to go 3-1, right? And then you saw the pathway, and then in Game 7, there's no Tatum,
right?
There's
a lot of things that can happen, things that have to break your way.
Right.
The playoffs are all about.
Well, you can't go down 3-0. 3-0, you're done.
3-0
is because you're not beating the next 4 straight times.
Absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not. And I think they can. I don't think, and I think OG being out is going to be a positive, whether or not Embiid plays or for the Sixers.
He's got to play,
but he's got to. I think he's got to play.
I'm expecting him to play. He's listed as questionable.
Questionable.
I mean, you can never obviously because. What happened the other day? Wow. Like, where were you when the Shams tweet hit?
Where was I when I was on a mini pitch in Pittsburgh with 100 kids under the age of 10 who were very excited about the mini pitch that we were opening with the U.S. Soccer Foundation out in Pittsburgh. Not thrilled that I was from Philadelphia, and they let me hear it. I got to appreciate that. Yeah. Nothing like being heckled by like 1st through 5th graders. You've not lived until that happens. But my phone was buzzing, and I'm thinking like, what's going on? I looked down, I'm like, what? Like, oh, jeez. What else?
You got to be kidding me. He's not playing.
Isn't that sort of like par for the course?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that surprises me. Like, I'm waiting for it to be like, somehow Joel Embiid has contracted leprosy. Yeah. Like, if anything, like the fact that he hasn't the one who brought the hantavirus in on the cruise is like amazing to me, right? Like, I feel bad for the guy.
I know.
The things that happened to him.
Yeah.
Like, no one has that run of bad luck.
Bell's palsy.
The Bell's palsy.
You break the face twice.
You broke his face twice.
Yeah.
Like, Embiid has a run.
I know.
That's unbelievable in so many ways.
Yeah, he's a slep rock.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's a shame.
But all that said,
he's still got to play.
You got to win.
Right.
And after watching McCain last night,
that broke my heart.
It sets me.
Well, and also coming off the heels of when he was at the press conference 2 days before, and he was like, "They're still my brothers. I love those guys." I was like, and then you see the lack of depth.
Right.
Of course, they didn't hit any shots in the 4th quarter. They played like Tyrese Maxey is going to need like an oxygen tank at some point. Like,
he's got to go live in a hyperbaric chamber.
All of them.
Yeah.
Like, they must be exhausted.
Yeah.
They are playing.
And it's not good. Like if you're Morey and you go, like, the pace as it heats up, you play every other day.
Yes.
So you look at your team, you go, "Wow, I'm ready to handle that."
With 6 of you, like I'm exhausted watching them. I look at them. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, you got to have some depth, right? Like you do, and that will absolutely come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
Yeah.
We're seeing it at the Flyers. Right. And they've got injuries and having, Tippett and Cates out and there's definitely other guys that are fighting through some things. But when you look at that Sixers bench, I mean, it's Like,
I know.
it's quiet.
It's quiet.
It's quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quiet.
Well, coming up, Derek Bodner will give us the latest on Joel Embiid.
Excellent.
We'll chop it up with Derek and find a pathway to where the Sixers can win. But first, let's get a message from our friends. All right, let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. Here we go. It's on tonight. Right now, the Sixers are a 1.5-point favorite. There you go. So Vegas believes in them. You got it right here, and you could bet on Maxey's points and VJ's threes and you name it. It's right there. Points, rebounds, assists. BetPark's the only online casino and sportsbook back to where I ever recommend making downtime fun time. Right now, new casino users get up to how about this? A $500 bonus back plus 250 bonus spins on the new soccer-themed slot game called Gold Trio Soccer, Mag. There it is.
We're going to have to go up and play that.
You got to do it.
Dad, we're going.
Online casino sportsbook. Check it out. Play all the slots, everything else, and all the games. There you go. BetParks.com has all the details. Got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Xfinity and the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. What if you can have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And what if you can keep it at the same price for 5 whole years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense, and that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. The best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me, a lot changes in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken. The kids grow bigger than you, but your Wi-Fi should stay stable, reliable, and the price should stay put. Check out all the price unlock new possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more. Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Now, joining us on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, does such a great job for the all PHLY Sixers and covering this whole run, Derek Bodner.
Good morning,
Derek Bodner. Derek Bodner.
What do you
VG
think, buddy?
is too much. He is too much. No, I mean, it's well done. It's well done. It's a little,
Right?
I'm not necessarily an intro kind of guy, I'm not sure, but he did a very good job with that.
Listen, we love you. You need an intro. You are.
Okay.
You don't believe you're a character, which makes you a great character.
Very well. Very well. I mean, it was, like I said, it was really well done.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it and approve. That intro was approved, so that is a go, Jules Rules. All right, my brother. Can I get this out of the way first?
Mm-hmm.
Freaking McCain. And like, it kills me. It freaking kills me that he scores 18 points in 18 minutes and the role he's playing on a championship team.
Yeah, it should kill you. It should legitimately kill you. And look, there is, we can go back and forth on McCain. I was concerned about the fit next to Maxey defensively, but you also just lost a game because you couldn't get Tyrese Maxey more than a minute and 15 seconds worth of rest. And by the way, the Sixers were outscored by 6 points in that minute and 15 seconds, and Maxey was completely gassed coming down the stretch. Even if there were concerns that you can't play McCain next to Maxey too much, and I think there are defensive concerns, it's clear, A, he is an NBA caliber player, B, he can impact the game in the playoffs, and C, you desperately need anyone who can competently dribble and run an offense on this roster outside of Tyrese Maxey, and you just don't have it. And it's a shame. And we've been up and down about that specific McCain trade and about how, there is so many different factors to it. Obviously, there is the luxury tax factor to it, where Joel Embiid was almost literally begging the Sixers not to duck the luxury tax this year, and then they went out and immediately ducked the luxury tax. And you are seeing the impacts of that. Like you just do not have, we can even talk about like Kelly Oubre and Quentin Grimes, very up and down so far in the playoffs. They've had their moments, but even outside of them, like you don't have more than 4 reliable players right now, and that's just not tenable to go too deep into the playoffs with.
No, and listen, I agree with you. I mean, we see the same thing with when it comes to McCain and where he fits. But the roster that Morey put together was not a well fit roster. And right now, like during the season, like my idea was, hey, don't do anything now. Just let him develop into something, and then as he develops, you could get more for him once you fix the roster. Like, you had 4 guards, none of them are league guards, right? They're all small twos. Like, at some point, you can fix it, but don't just give them away to deadline. That's what made no sense. It irritated me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And look, even if there are concerns with the fit, you just never gave it a chance to really evaluate that. Like, you go back and look at Jared McCain, he barely played last year alongside of Joel Embiid. And obviously Joel Embiid, with the gravity that he has a chance to really accentuate McCain's strengths. And then this year, he didn't play a whole lot. Pretty much every minute he played this year was coming back from an injury. So you really didn't have a chance to evaluate his fit next to Tyrese and whether or not you can get, because look, nobody's expecting you to play 30 minutes with those two alongside of each other. But if you can get 10 minutes, of McCain alongside of Tyrese in the right matchups, and then maybe 10 minutes where Tyrese is getting a break, you get a 20-minute per game roll out of Jared. I think that has a real chance of being more valuable than the draft pick you got back in return in what could be a pretty weak draft with some of the players who did not declare and went back to college. They just never gave it a chance. Like I said, last year, he was playing with a skeleton crew, so he wasn't playing alongside Maxey and Embiid. This year, he was coming back from an injury. You just never had a chance to properly evaluate him as an NBA player and his fit alongside your 2 tentpole stars.
All right. What do you think of Embiid? Like, what are you hearing about Embiid's status?
Yeah, shoot around is at 10:45, and they did not have any media availability yesterday, so there wasn't a whole lot of updates in that regard. And also, right now, everyone is full of bleep. I won't say it for our fast partners, but everybody is completely talking out of both sides because they don't want the other team to know who's truly available, what the nature of the injury is, what are the chances of playing. So even if I had an update for you, I wouldn't trust it. Look, just in terms of the necessity of this win, there is, I think, about 7% of road teams that are down 0-2 end up coming back to win the series. So you're already at a huge hill to climb, and nobody comes back from 0-3. So this is as close to a must-win game as you can get for a non-elimination game. If there is any chance that he is able to play, he absolutely has to play. Especially, it looks like you might have a little bit of an opportunity with OG, who is, they said there's optimism he'll come back for 3 or 4 with the nature of a hamstring strain. It seems like game 3 is really much in doubt. So you have a real chance to steal one. You have to steal this one if you want to get back into the series. So yeah, I would expect he'll give it as much of a chance to try as he can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Derek, my question for you is related to Paul George, and like in terms of this series and what he can be doing to step up to help. I mean, obviously the depth thing is just it is the issue, right? Like, to your point about Tyrese being gassed, but Paul George, again, you've talked about up and down for Quentin Grimes and Kelly Oubre. It feels that way a little bit for Paul George too. Like, this is what do the Sixers need from him, especially if Embiid can't go.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly his defense throughout the playoff run has been exceptional. They need him to keep doing that. But they do need offensively a pretty big contribution from him. And he came out in game 2 and was really hot to start. And then it just seems like he wasn't as involved in the offense as you would want after that. Like in the last, especially in the second half, he made some pretty bad decisions when he did get the ball, but he didn't have the ball all that much. They were running some pick and roll where he was initiating in the Boston series. I would like to see them get back to that, in part because he is one of your better passers, especially to big men diving to the rim off of pick and rolls, but also just to make sure that he is involved in the game, that he is touching the ball, that he has a chance to leave his imprint on it, especially when Tyrese is as dead tired as he was in that one. So we saw throughout the year, they used a lot of Paul George and VJ Edgecombe when Tyrese was out to try to stabilize the offense. I would like to see that a little more. And I think Paul can, like I said, initiate a little bit out of pick and roll. So I'd just like to see them use him a little bit more in terms of when he actually has the ball. I think he's been playing pretty well. You just got to get him a little bit more involved in this offense.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's kind of attack where the Knicks are. without OG, I thought actually they Sixers were fortunate that Cat got into foul trouble, and you had no Robinson. He was sick. So that allowed like Barlow to they found something defensively in the matchup. When they go small, Barlow can be effective defensively. But I don't know what's going to happen with Robinson tonight. I assume he'll be back. And you mentioned OG. I think OG is a huge loss for them.
Oh, I think you can make a real case that he is one of, if not the best two-way players in the playoffs right now. He is playing exceptional basketball and one of their 2 or 3 most important players. Obviously, Brunson is incredibly important in terms of what he brings offensively. But in terms of two-way play, you do not find very many better than what OG is giving them. And look, and I think they did find something with Barlow. I kind of wish they would have found something earlier in the series and not after. Like, they were pretty much forced into using Barlow with the way Drummond was struggling and Bodner getting foul trouble. And look, I think even if Mitch comes back, like, you will have a chance to use that again. Like, you do not have to. One of the things that really drove me nuts was you don't need to start Andre Drummond on Karl Anthony Towns. It's a really bad matchup. Andre just cannot defend out in space like that. So they used Barlow on Cat a little bit. They used even Paul George down the stretch on Cat a little bit. If you're going to turn Karl Anthony Towns into a post-up threat, I will take that any day over what he can do when he's initiating from the perimeter, not only as a shooter and a scorer, but as a playmaker as well. So I think they have to go back to that. You have to get a little bit creative with some of these matchups, and specifically with that Drummond on Towns matchup. Drummond should only play in this series when he's playing alongside Mitchell Robinson, when you need to keep him off of the offensive glass. Outside of that, I need other options, whether or not Joel Embiid is available or not.
Yeah, I think you're dead right. And the other thing you need is, man, Grimes just kills you. Like, you got to get more out of him. You have to. You need supplemental scoring. You need supplemental playmaking. And you got again, after Tyrese and VJ gassed, Grimes has to give you something, especially when you want to go small.
Yeah. And look, one of the way, and we talked about this after game 1, but like, you need to get Brunson defending more. You need to tire him out on the offensive side of the court. A lot of that comes down to, like, he's been on Kelly a lot, but he's been on Grimes quite a bit as well. So when Grimes is in there and he's being defended by Brunson, and quite frankly, there are times where I would bring Grimes in for Brunson. For the most part, they bring Grimes in for VJ. I would go with a 3-guard lineup at times, just so you can force Brunson to be involved in more actions, just so you can force him to spend more energy on defense and wear him out a little bit. Grimes has not been playing very good basketball. His defense is usually the one thing that remains consistent. Even that has been up and down in this series. But I do think you need to make a real concerted effort to get him more involved, both because you need his scoring and you need to wear Jalen Brunson out.
Yeah. How do you, what's your feel? What's your, how do you kind of feel in this tonight?
I'm a nervous person by nature, so I feel nervous. I do think that I think they have a chance. I think they had much better game plan for the most part in game 2. I think VJ did an exceptional job on Brunson through the first 3 quarters of that game and really gave them a chance. Their offense went completely cold down the stretch. Tyrese did not play good down the stretch at all, and really outside of a stretch in that second quarter really, really struggled. I do wonder, he talked about how he jammed that pinky.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up
problematic pinky.
Yeah.
He talked about that he jammed it in the second quarter going up for a dunk. And he really did play a different game of basketball after that point. It seemed like a real inflection point in that game. And he was not aggressive. He even said he didn't feel 100% comfortable handling the basketball, and that really made him struggle with some of the traps that New York was throwing his way. So how has that recovered over the last 48 hours? I think that will be a big key, especially if Joel Embiid is not able to go. But assuming Tyrese is able to get back to some semblance of what he previously was, I think they have a real chance, especially if Joel comes back, especially if you get some injury luck in terms of OG. But they're going to have to execute, and they're going to have to, quite frankly, just make shots. Like, they missed way too many open looks down the stretch. You can't score 12 points in a quarter and expect to win a game of basketball in 2026. So they have to execute better on that end.
Yeah, I mean, the fourth quarter kills you. And in fairness to them, and we've seen it even in the Boston series with the fourth quarter, like, you're just gassed. Like when you're playing those kinds of minutes, and as the series amps up and you're playing every other day, I mean, you saw it. Like VJ, he had like 2 really good looks, like one from the top of the key, and it was short, if you remember that. And that's legs, man. Like, when you got tired legs, you're short.
Yep. No, and I thought they were all tired in that fourth quarter. And of course they are. They're playing 40 to 47 minutes, all of them, and haven't had 2 nights off in about a week and a half. They haven't had 2 nights off in a row. So they've been playing pretty much every other night for quite a while and playing high intensity playoff basketball every other night and had their backs against the wall in every one of those games. So yeah, I think they are exhausted. I think Kyle Neubeck on the post-game show said that that game 2 was lost at the trade deadline. I think for the most part, he is right. And you have to be able to overcome that. And I'm not sure there's necessarily an answer on the bench to turn to, but I do think you have to play more than 6 players because you're not going to get the best out of your, whether it's VJ, whether it's Paul, whether it's Tyrese, you're not going to get the best out of them playing them the current minutes they are.
So looking ahead, right, a little bit, like, let's say they don't win. You've just talked about the fact that game 2 lost at the deadline. Totally agree. They're gassed. There's no depth on this. This is a roster construction issue. So let's say that the Sixers bow out in the second round. There was a lot of talk that the Boston series saved everybody's jobs. Where is your head on that if they bow out in a sweep or a 4-1 to the Knicks in the second round?
Yeah. No, I do think they're probably safe. Like a sweep would be tough to stomach. So that might change the calculus a little bit. But assuming they can pull off 1 win here, I think they're probably safe for another year. And part of that, I always thought I'm not sure Josh Harris was necessarily super thrilled about potentially lighting $50 million on fire to replace their coach and their GM. I always think there's a little bit of hesitancy to do that.
Fair point, Derek. Fair point.
If he gets a little bit of a reason where it's not going to be a PR disaster, I think he would probably want to keep them. Yeah. But I think, I think first round kind of showed that Paul George next to these 3 other stars has some merit when people are healthy. You need to improve the depth. And, that is going to in part be, this summer, I think it's going to be one of Daryl's primary responsibilities to convince Josh Harris that, over the last 3 years, one of their primary offseason concerns has been make sure that I am able to get under the luxury tax in season if I have to. One of his goals, one of his major priorities this year has to be convincing Josh, we need to be able to operate under without being under the assumption of getting under that luxury tax at the last minute. Keeping that flexibility does not need to be a priority. So they can go out there and use their mid-level exceptions. So they can go out there and maybe bring back Quentin Grimes and or Kelly Oubre. Not that they are perfect players.
Oh God, no! Oh no!
Calm down.
Hear me out, Ann. It's not so much about bringing them back. It's about bringing them back on 1 or 2 year deals so you can maybe trade them in the middle of the season for someone you actually like. You need matchable salary in this league with the CDA. Letting them walk does not gain you any flexibility.
I agree. You're right. You're right. Just forgive me.
Those two drive me pretty nuts.
Take a breath. It's okay. It's just an idea.
I 100% get it. I get it. Their decision-making specifically drives me nuts at times as well. But you need to be able to match salary to execute trades in the NBA. And
no, you're right.
Walk, you would have no matching salary. So
you're spot on. I just hate the way this team is put together. And like they're just not a smart team. They're just like I'm watching. Like, listen, God bless Bona. He can't play.
He picked up 4 fouls in like a minute and a half in game 1. That was pretty wild.
And then he's like this challenge. Like, dude, stop. Just go away. All right. Go read Basketball for Dummies. All right. Just please. Like, I'm sorry. He's a nice kid and the athletic and the whole thing, but the sense, like, it's not his fault. You shouldn't be playing him in the playoffs. Like this is what I don't even understand what's in Morey's head. Like what's his vision? Like, just turning over rosters, and I get you're hampered with Embiid. I understand that piece of it, but I just don't understand what his vision is of a team. Like, no lead guards and no shooting, and I just look at him like, it's better than anybody. Like, you put together a team and it's got the pieces have to fit. They're all like jagged puzzle pieces that don't go together.
And look, I don't think you need 9 or 10 deep in the playoffs. I think you need 7, 8, maybe 9 in a pinch.
Yeah.
The problem is, like I said, 5 through 8 right now are just not good enough. So upgrading that is not completely impossible. Like, I mean, one of the players that got moved at the deadline, now he's injured right now, but Ayo Dosunmu had like 73 points over a 2-game span in the
He would have
playoffs
been a
when they needed
perfect
him.
fit.
And he got traded for a couple of second-round picks. So those kinds of players are frequently out there.
And he could play.
Sixers,
He's a combo, and he could play. He could play the lead guard for you.
100%. And he's got a little bit of defensive versatility. He's got really long arms. He's a good defender. He's been shooting the three ball. Regardless, even if not him specifically, there are usually moves like that to be had. I mean, you need a matching salary, and you need an owner that's going to be willing to go over the luxury tax. Because look, I think they probably look at it like, you know, if we feel like we have a great chance of contending, we will go into the tax. Well, this is the perfect year. With this team, you can't predict that. You know, Paul George and Joel Embiid, for the most part, now obviously he missed, you know, the previous game, but they came back, and all of a sudden you reel off 3 straight wins, advance against the Boston Celtics, and you're in a series against the New York Knicks here, who, I mean, Knicks might be the best team left in the Eastern Conference, although Detroit's finding their footing now after a tough first round. But they might end up being the toughest threat in the East, and you could be 1-1 if you had better depth and had acquired better depth. So even if it doesn't, like, even if you can't guarantee a playoff run with this squad, you know the upside is there. You have to support them with better talent. That means going into luxury tax and not being willing to duck it. You need to go out next year and acquire next year's Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah. There's one thing I cannot take tonight. Knicks fans in the building.
Oh, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be there.
They will be there.
Oh.
But we've done everything we can. I mean, I hope people who didn't have the money called Joel. I mean, that was a great offer from him. So appreciate that. I almost called just to be like, hey, you know, how's it going? Yeah. Look, it won't be as bad as a couple years ago. A couple years ago, that was atrocious.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
I think it'll be more Sixers than Knicks.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Knicks fans. There's going to be
Derek,
those MSG prices are so expensive, and that commute is so easy. Like, they're going to be there.
God, dude, that's the pest of the week. Evans pest control. The Knicks fans, bigger pest than Morey. So I go Knicks fans as the Evans pest of the week. The rats that come down from Manhattan, all their fake fans. They're not even from New York. Those people. Oh, God. Well, brother, I'm praying, man. I need a win, man.
A really long week.
We need a win. A lot of losing.
Yeah. No, it has been a tough week, and especially because you were on such a high, you know, at the end of that Boston series, and obviously in the first round against the Penguins as well. It all came crashing down. Like, I think everyone understood that the Knicks were a very good team, and that it would have been an upset again to advance. It didn't need to come crashing down this quickly. So, yeah, I need a little bit of a boost here tonight. I'm
with you. My brother, listen, great job as always. You'll be down there covering it for all PHLY like you always do. Make sure you become a diehard. You get to read Derek and Kyle and the incredible stuff that they do. And, of course, watch Devon with these guys. They're the best in the city. Thanks, my brother. We appreciate it, pal.
Thank you.
Derek Bodner. All right, got to take a quick TO. Coming up, Meg, the Brain will join us. We'll take a look at with the Brain. Brain's always got a good feel. So we'll analyze tonight and the weekend with the Brain. But first, a word from our friends.
Spring is here. You know what that means. It's time for Ashley's Spring Savings Event, where you'll find inspiring looks at unbeatable prices with select spring styles starting at just $499, which is unheard of in the furniture world. You can buy it now or you can pay over time with no interest for a full 5 years when you shop in store. So whether you're refreshing one room or upgrading the whole space, now is the time. Don't wait for someday. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event, going on now. Shop more spring deals in-store today.
For the past 30 years, Golden Nugget Jewelers has operated out of the very same location in the heart of Philadelphia. Customers from across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, even Baltimore, New York City have come to Golden Nugget Jewelers to find that perfect engagement ring, wedding band, or gift. Their staff is highly trained and dedicated to providing a personalized experience. I've gone there a couple of times. I had to replace a diamond in a ring. I had to get a necklace. They're not pushy. The staff is super informative. It's just a great shopping experience. They have a vast selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, along with high-end watches, fashion jewelry, sparkling diamond necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and everything else you could think of. You receive a final cleaning and written appraisal with every engagement ring purchase. And Golden Nugget Jewelers, they're family owned. They've been operating since 1987, right there on Chestnut Street at 8th in downtown Philadelphia. You deserve an expert, and you deserve the best price. Golden Nugget Jeweler, where Philly gets engaged. Visit goldennuggetjewelry.com.
Spring is here. You know what that means. It's time for Ashley's Spring Savings Event, where you'll find inspiring looks at unbeatable prices with select spring styles starting at just $499, which is unheard of in the furniture world. You can buy it now, or you can pay over time with no interest for a full 5 years when you shop in store. So whether you're refreshing one room or upgrading the whole space, now is the time. Don't wait for someday. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event, going on now. Shop more spring deals in store today.
Brain. Red the Brain Feinberg.
There he is, the brain. Brought to us by the Bet Park Sportsbook Online Casino app. It's the grind with our man, the brain. Good morning, brain.
Good morning, buddy. How are you?
You're looking skinny, brain.
Huh. Man, Anthony, I got to tell you, you better go to the eye doctor.
It's all about the angles. It's all good angles.
Appreciate the angle. I'm in a hotel room in North Carolina, so it must be the angle.
You look great.
That's not one of the adjectives used to describe me. I'll tell you that.
You look great, pal.
Appreciate you, man.
What do you think about tonight, man? I like after this week of losing, Flyers now down 3-0. Painter gets clubbed, and now Sixers lose 2. What's your gut tell you tonight?
Well, it's interesting. I got to go back to game 2, and I always say, Anthony, I say it every time on your show when we're talking about these games. Look, regular season is just, in essence, like, and it's to pay for everyone's salary, give the fans enjoyment, but it all comes down to the playoffs. You lose game 1 by a zillion. You get the horrible news and Embiid's out. Through 3 quarters, you actually hit 12 of your 25 threes, and you're winning the entire game close. But to win this series, that's the game you need to find a way somehow for 12 minutes to just keep it going. You got to win those close games. I always say it in these big spots. They didn't. And now they're down. They have to win 4 or 5 against a team that's better than them. Boston, to me, was a little, as good as they were, there was just something about that team that was, to me, a little overrated all year. And the Knicks have all good players. Now, Onunubi, I don't think he's going to play tonight. I haven't heard officially. I think that's a big loss. But, Anthony, I always try to deal uncertainty, right? And dealing with Joel Embiid is probably the most uncertain thing in all of sports, right? Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? How healthy will he be? What can we expect out of him? To me, betting on these Sixer games, I did a lot of the props today's game, bunch of Knicks unders, which I'll share. But the game itself, Anthony, man, I think it's just such a hard game to pick because I do think the Knicks losing Anunoby really is a big loss. I'm a big fan of that guy, but I don't know how healthy Embiid's going to be and what they're going to give him. I swear, I know it sounds stupid. There's times where I feel like they look better without him. I know that sounds so asinine, and you're going to laugh me off the building, but I know they're better with him. But there's times he's a weird player to me. I don't know.
And you're not wrong, because at times they do look. The ball moves, is what you're saying.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Bogged down. But the problem is, you're not good enough to win without him, right? Like this roster can't do it. Like that's why.
No, and I heard what.
And you only score 12 points in the fourth quarter. Like with Embiid, you're probably going to get free throws and
for sure.
But I see.
But this is, Anthony, it was just funny as you get me again. It kind of really thought the Sixers really do remind me so much of the old Charlie Brown thing where he would hold the ball and then he'd move it out of the way. You remember when they would and where
I used
you
the
just
same
you did it.
analogy, Lucy holding the football.
Yeah, Lucy. Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used the
Exactly.
same analogy yesterday, talking about.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
Same thing. I was
That's
right there
funny.
with you, because it's like,
And
you know what? This team, same thing over and over every year.
yeah.
Yeah, they beat
Yeah.
Boston, and I'm like, oh my God, I got emotional.
Yeah.
And then you realize, you go, well, what? So they can lose again in the second round?
Yeah. But you know, it's funny. Like but it makes you like. I get sucked in. I get sucked
Yes.
in, and
Oh,
Embiid looks
I
good
think,
against
listen, they
Boston.
could beat the Knicks with the way they
Yeah.
played. Like, here's the other thing. I think back to it. If you knew Embiid was that banged up, why would you play him in game one? Why would you, just go play him in game two and take a real shot at it?
Yeah. You're right. Look, you're right. It's just a shame. I mean, he's just. Let's just look again. I guess it's just one of those things. Like, there's no door number two. This Joel Embiid has shown throughout his career who he is in every possible way. Right. This is part of the experience, and that for whatever reason he cannot stay healthy for these playoffs, and it's not a criticism towards him. I'm just telling a fact. Right. If someone's 400 pounds, you're not going to say they're thin. Right. Or if someone has pitch black hair, you're not going to say they're blonde. Like this is just part of the Joel Embiid experience, is dealing with literally, without exaggeration, every single year, just something. He reminds me, Anthony, in a different way of Tony Romo. Tony Romo, something always happened in the playoffs. He's a great player,
Yeah.
but just something always bad happened to that guy.
Yeah.
He was the opposite of Derek Jeter. Like something
Yeah.
would just be weird stuff. You'd be like, "How, man, again? It happened to him again?
Yeah.
This happened again?" And I feel like Embiid's the same way.
dropped the hold against the Seahawks.
Right.
Oh, that was the worst. And then the Packers game where they're winning, going in for the win, and then Des Bryant catches a blatant touchdown.
Yeah.
he
Kinda
drops
loved
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm not saying
I
it
didn't
wasn't
mind
fun.
a lot of that, but on being on the other side of this Joel Embiid experience, not as much fun.
Yeah, it is
0 out of 10,
what it is.
A lot
And
of
look,
notes.
it's going to be hard for this team, guys, to win 4 out of 5 games. It's going to be extremely hard. Can they win tonight? Yeah, they can. But again, you know, it's funny. Remember the old Forrest Gump movie when Forrest Gump goes, "Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." Like that to me is the Sixers. I don't know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
It's really hard to handicap this team. But I will tell you, look, a couple props, guys.
Usually you get the ones with the jellies that suck.
I don't like them.
Nobody.
Those are the worst. Why do you even put them in there?
Exactly. Everybody loves the nuts,
the caramel,
the caramel,
the caramels,
right?
The caramel, I love the caramel.
Right? A little bit of nougat,
the crunch. Yeah.
Nobody wants the jellies.
Wants the jellies? Who likes the jellies?
Right.
It's almost like, it's like they have to meet we have to put the jellies in or someone's going to be offended. But no one likes it.
It was like somebody's grandmother's favorite, and it's like the tradition, so it just keeps ending up in that Whitman sampler, and you're like, ugh.
Yes.
I agree. But I'm going to give you a couple props.
And you see the thumbprint.
Right. And
there you
basically
go.
The jellies were that fourth quarter and came like that's when you open up the box and there's nothing that no one's going to eat those now. Everyone's touched it, checked it, crap.
No,
that was the fourth
I'm with
quarter.
you. That was the fourth quarter. But I'm going to give you a couple props real quick. I think I have value. Some Knicks unders. Mikal Bridges under 14.5. Now, he's played well this series. He has. But this guy for 2 months straight has been averaging closer to 10. He's a guy that could easily just disappear. I think 15 is a big number. Give me under for him. I took Towns under 5.5 assists. Again, I lost under 4.5. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to bang my head against it. He averages 2.5. They made it 5.5. I know he's been doing in the playoffs. He's playing Jokic like where the ball's been more in his hands. Still think 5.5. The guy, is too high. Took his under. And I took Josh Hart's PRA, points, rebounds, and assists, under 27.5. He's closer to 24.5. Even without an Anunoby, I don't think he's that kind of scorer, Hart. I like all the Knicks unders. Tonight, guys. So maybe inherently I like the Sixers. I don't know.
Yeah. No, listen, I get it. If you look at it, and especially with Towns get in foul trouble anytime. So
I took Towns under PRA also. I took every Knicks under I took under 38.5 for Town. So I have every Knicks under today. So
Is Robinson? Do you hear anything about Robinson? Is he playing?
I have not heard anything on that. I mean, it's funny. But they now do the Hackett thing where they foul him, so it's harder for him to stay in these games. But I think he's such a good defensive player. He's a guy I actually do respect. But yeah, I don't know if he's playing or not. I'm not sure on that one. I don't think he is. But I do not have certainly. I think Onunubi is definitely going to be doubtful. A couple quick baseball things, guys. I just want to get in that I do like. Mariners, Emerson Hancock's been terrific. White Sox, Sean Burke's been terrific. I bet under 4.5 runs in the 5-inning line. I would have made that 3.5. I thought that was off a full run. Robbie Snelling making his debut. Probably, if not the best minor league pitcher, top 3. Pitching great. Going against Forrest Griffin, who's been great for the Nationals. I took under 5 runs in the 5-inning line. I don't think there'll be 6 runs scored. I'll take a chance this kid in his debut pitches pretty well. And I took Chris Sale, who's been terrific all year, getting plus around $1. I think I took plus 109 against Emmett Sheehan, who's been awful all year, even though I do like him overall. But I think the Braves as a dog today against the Dodgers get it done.
Yeah, I like it. Dude, Painter.
Ooh.
I got to tell you something. I cut you off, but Painter, before he got hurt, and I usually have a you call it luck or whatever you want. I swear, hand on the Bible, I usually can always tell just whatever you want to say, when a guy's going to be good, not good, based on how he does in the minors, just certain things I look at. And before he got hurt, I was like, this guy's going to be just the nuts. He's going to be great. But when he came back, and every single thing I saw, read, I had a feeling this was the version we were going to see. And I was sad. I'm sad to see it, but I don't think we're going to see what I hoped we were going to see, which was a dominant young stud pitcher. It just doesn't look like it. The Oakland yesterday was my biggest bet.
Oh, wow.
I took the A's plus $1.22. That was I thought the wrong side was favored. I don't like Painter right now. I think he's the biggest weakness of the Phillies' entire team is when he pitches.
Yeah, well, I mean,
12-1 him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably his stuff has no bite to it. Like I expected electric stuff at some point.
It's not.
Exactly.
There's no.
He's the jelly chocolate right now, guys. Let's face it.
Oh man, that's right.
Oh man, poor Painter.
You know I'm right.
Yeah.
It's already been a long season here.
Yeah.
With our Phillies.
What are you gonna do?
Brain, we love you, buddy. Enjoy.
Appreciate you both. Be good, guys.
All right, tell Versace.
My kid's graduation in Duke. Shout out to Lindsay.
Oh, congratulations.
Lindsay.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Congratulations, proud Papa.
Appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week.
See you, brother. Good stuff. All right, let's take a quick TO. We'll come back, and Bill Matz will join us. We'll talk a little more Fly Guys, and I don't know. I mean, again, they at least make me smile, Meg.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, we've just talked about Andrew Painter and the Joel Embiid experience. I mean, it's a tough brain. Not coming with a lot of happy this morning for us. But no. I think the Flyers we should smile.
Yes.
We should.
All right. Well, we'll smile with Bill coming up next. But first, let's talk about our friends. How about Parks Casino? All right. Parks, great place for a night of headline entertainment, award-winning dining, 3,200 state-of-the-art slots of live table games, the Bet Park Sportsbook, and much more. Here's the deal. Make the night complete and stay at the beautiful Parks View Hotel, which is just steps away from Parks Casino. You got a free shuttle over there, and you can have a great night. So here's the deal. July 24th, how about the Gene Simmons Band? Sebastian Bach with special guest Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses on October 23rd. Comedian Ben Bankus, August 22nd. Magician Michael Carbonaro on September 19th. Tickets still available, too, for these headliners. Thursday, the Wallflowers. Friday, Brantley Gilbert. May 29th, Yacht Rock with Pablo Cruz and Ambrosia. Long Island Medium on June 6th. Check it all out. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Elkin Chevrolet, run by 3 brothers, real brothers, local guys, great guys, And right now, they're lining up deals that are very hard to beat. They got a huge inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, everything people actually want to drive. Equinoxes, Trailblazers, Tahoe Suburban, Silverados. And the prices, well, they're going to move fast. If you've been thinking about it, now's the time. Whether it's getting to a game, getting to work, or just getting out of town for a bit to maybe watch the Sixers or Flyers play, you'll drive off in the perfect ride at the perfect price. And here's the thing. This isn't just a one-and-done kind of place. These are the guys you go back to again and again because they treat you right. No runaround, no games, no haggling, no hassles, just real people, real deals. Elkin Chevrolet, real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service going on. Super easy to get to. Route 73 South in Marlton. Elkin Chevrolet.
All right, welcome back. All right, so let's talk about last night and kind of what we saw and kind of recap a little bit. Man, that first period, if I could have that one, just give me one goal.
One of them, the Martone goal. I just wanted the Martone goal. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
It was so close.
I felt it too. I thought he was going to have a big game.
I thought he had it.
I thought,
he had a great game.
He did.
He had a great game.
He really did.
Look, it's, again, all of this is building blocks, right? That's what I keep thinking. Like the experience that a young team like the Flyers are having, they've had the high, right? They've had an OT with, like they've had the highs, but now they're experiencing lows. And part of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs and what makes it great is like you got to manage that in a major way. Yeah. Right? Like you got to have short memories, but and you know, for Martone, like again, we talked about this like 6 weeks ago, he's at like Michigan State.
Right.
Like, right. So like, and now he's in the NHL playoffs. Like that's a huge swing.
And like, he's been their best player.
He's been an amazing, he's been great.
He really has.
Him
Couturier.
Fountain of youth.
The kid's been great.
Yeah. Really he gave them a real jolt. And I think you need that kind of energy. Yes. You need that energy.
In a big way, man.
Absolutely. I think it's been a good thing for the whole team.
Listen, I get the fuzzies with them. I do.
This is one of those teams that we're always going to look back on and like really think of fondly, like in this construction of it.
Right. And I'm hoping that this is, like you said, the 07 Phillies and you add to it. And then you just start, like, you know, you got, I like that line. Yeah. You know? So with, you know, you bump and you start to go, hey, all right.
Absolutely.
You know.
Denver barking.
Yeah.
I mean, he's earned a lot.
Need a little more out of Michkov. You know?
That's going to, I think, be I think that'll be an interesting conversation over the summer.
Yeah.
I'll just say, that would probably be a very interesting conversation.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about it and continue the conversation with our buddy, Bill Matz from the all PHLY Flyers, the big takeaway. Thanks to our friends from Xfinity. Good morning, Billy.
Good morning, cuz. How are you today?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not as hyped up as we were yesterday leading up to face-off.
No, I feel you. It was, I felt some good juice in the building last night. I was optimistic. Once again, the Flyers played about as well, especially for the first 30, 40 minutes of the game, as you can expect. This team just can't score. Now, Freddie Anderson has been spectacular. You have to give it to him. But finding second chance opportunities, being able to get in front of him, make him uncomfortable, and ultimately get pucks behind him has been the story of this series. They had a strong chance to win games 2 and 3 and just could not score. They have 3 goals in 3 games of the series, and that's where we are, trailing 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a shame because first period – they're buzzing, Martone, you got posts and crossbars, and, like, you were there. The whole series will come down to, like you said, hey, look, Carolina's better, and we understand that. Yeah. But the chances you had, you got to you got to just convert.
No, and that's what this is the 1 versus 8 seed. That's what we are looking at right now. Carolina is the best team in the East. And the Flyers, if this was 1-8 format, would have ran into them in the first round. Luckily, that's not the format, and we had a real fun 6 games against the Penguins. We all got to have that. The players got to have that experience, and now they are experiencing true playoff hockey. And you look at the chances they got. Travis Konechny, you know, we talked a ton for a couple of days about his game 2 overtime chance. Basically the exact same chance in the first couple minutes of the game, and exact same result. Isn't able to bury it. I heard you mention the Porter Martone chance. Martone hoped to bump up in front with another one. While they only had 19 shots on goal, there were maybe 2-3 posts, a lot of chances that they could have capitalized on. Ultimately, Zegras gets the one, and that line buzzed for the first half of the game, but just not enough efficiency in the scoring department.
And once again, though, TK, man, what an awful series he's had. Awful playoffs.
Really, really rough. It's I feel bad for the guy on one hand because I know how bad he wants it. He's the guy a few weeks before the playoffs doing the interview saying, man, I'm just tired of missing the playoffs. And me too, dude. Me too. Yeah, I feel for you because you've been here this whole time while we've been going through this very rough stretch of Flyers hockey. But end of the day, you're the highest paid forward. You're the leading scorer. You need to come through. And if you don't, and the team as an underdog has zero chance of winning if you're not showing up on the score sheet on a regular basis.
I know. I mean, what do you do? Like that contract is forever. My God.
Yeah. You have to hope he just performs better in these situations. Now, I'm not going to be shocked if we find out, if the season ends on Saturday, if we find out on Monday or Tuesday that this dude needs 2 or 3 different surgeries or something. That's not going to be a huge shock to me because he really hasn't looked himself since the last couple of weeks of the regular season. But that said, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs. Every single guy out there is dealing with something. Now, the extent of it, maybe he has a wrist or a shoulder or something that's like, yeah, he just can't put the puck in the net. But you just expect more from the guy who you watch him play and say that's a playoff player right there. And throughout his career, and I realize a lot of it was a long time ago, but now you add these 2 series to it. He's got 2 goals in 32 playoff games, whatever it is. Like, not enough.
No, not enough. Not even close. What did you think of the other guy too, who was a ghost, is Forrester? And listen, we all got gaga. We came back and the whole thing, but man, he's been quiet.
Yeah, that was so Porter Martone joins the team. I think it's the last day of March. And then a few days into April, Tyson Forster shows back up. And suddenly, Charlie and I are sitting there watching games going, oh, this is a real lineup. This is the fourth line rolling the way it was with Couturier and Glendening. That's a group of forwards. Now, obviously, they're still missing a star, but you can win with that sort of team. And then the adrenaline for Tyson Forster kind of wore off. He gets hurt December 1st. The initial diagnosis, even into like January, February, was, maybe in the first round, he'd be ready for a game 6 or 7, but we would expect him for the second round of the playoffs. He comes back considerably earlier than that, looks great right away. And now I just think the grind of the playoffs and not having played it for 4 months is just showing. That's just the way it is. There's a difference between getting your workouts in and then having the win to play NHL playoff games. And clearly he just isn't there yet. He was their best player going back to the second half of last season to start this year, 10 goals before the injury. He looked great. He just hasn't looked like that guy. And I have to believe it's simply, he wasn't ready to play, especially at this pace.
So, Bill, you mentioned Anderson, who's played great in goal for Carolina. And obviously, I think we all hoped that Vladar would have that kind of series, right, for the Flyers. How do you think, though, looking at Vladar, like in terms of how he has played, and compared to the first series against the Penguins, like which is the playoff Vladar, right? Like where is it as? It's somewhere in between. Because I know there's a lot of hope, right? That he's the guy, that he's the goalie, right? Like he's you wrote the Bernie on his shoulder. So I think like as we look at this series, and certainly Carolina is just an elite team, where do you see him, kind of netting out?
I think Vladar probably isn't. He didn't have a single shutout in the regular season, comes into that first round, has a couple of them. I don't think he is a star goaltender by any means. You look at the numbers, he was solid for them all year. He had games and stretches where he really carried them. I don't think he's been bad in this series. I just think Freddie Anderson has been so good. It has put a spotlight on the couple of times you've looked at Vladar and been like, oh, I really like that one back. Now, I think one of the three he gives up in game one, I'm like, I don't love that goal. And ultimately they get shut out. So does it really matter? Game two, there's another one. And
mid-sentence.
That's right.
He froze.
This is such an image, too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's always, hey.
Oh.
Game two.
Is he back?
Oh, the beauty of technology.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get him back. Listen, I don't think Vladar is the problem. Like,
no, I don't think he's the problem at all.
I mean, I don't even mean it like that. I mean, like, I don't think, you know, the last goal, the one that goes in between, hits the post, and he's a little late getting his pad over. All right, like that was, and there was a couple here and there, but I think he's your answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I think it's a fair question.
I think he's your answer. Like, we'll see what happens. They got that kid Safragan in Russia. But you know how it is. They take forever to young goalies, the whole nine. But I feel good moving forward with Vladar.
I do too.
Not that he's Hasek, but
no, but I think that I think that he is a good
goaltender.
Yeah. Right. And I think the hope, right? If you were asking any fan in Philadelphia after the Penguin series is like, could he get hot? Right. Could he get hot at the right time? Right. And I think what you're seeing is like, Anderson's hot. Like,
let me ask you a question about Freddie, right?
Yeah.
Because I gotta get a little pushback on the Freddie love.
Okay.
Like, the Flyers have had no like sustained pressure. Like they've had their chances, but like it's not exactly like McJesus coming down at you.
No, I mean, I don't think anybody's comparing Freddie to McJesus.
But I mean, like,
I
he's
guess
not facing McJesus.
Yeah,
like TK, it was a weak effort. Like,
understood.
Like, again,
Matz is back.
Like, we're just talking about Freddie, and I go, I mean, he's played well, but like, I'm not going to go genuflect because the Flyers, A, their power play is horrendous. B, they can't, it's not like you're looking at McJesus finishing, right? You're looking at TK and a breakaway. Or, who else had that chance last night?
Martin.
Well, besides Martin.
Oh.
It was Martin.
Yeah.
Because Freddie also had a couple posts and crossbars. So, I don't know.
You need a little luck.
Yeah. Bleep Freddie.
Oh, gee. Okay. All right. Yancey's had it with Freddie. No Freddie love. You were gone.
Go Sabres.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Go Sabres.
What did you make of Michkov and that Michkov Barkey?
Yeah, I thought maybe we would see a little more offensive creativity out of those two because we did so much in the regular season. Michkov had a couple of looks, but ultimately, this is a huge summer for the kid. I believe in the talent. I think there is a star hockey player in there. He's got to get stronger and faster. There's just nothing else that he has to do. Just improve his speed to be able to get to loose pucks and then stay on them when someone touches him, because he has been far too easy to knock off of pucks. And no matter how skilled you are at setting up chances, creating them for yourself, someone's going to get an arm on you. Someone's going to get a stick on you.
No. Bill, what's going on with your internet?
My internet's great. I have no idea what's wrong with this connection.
Yeah.
Well, we just had I don't even know what you said, but he looked very intense about Michkov.
You were like this.
Talking really fast.
Like I was watching a karate movie.
Right. Technology. It's a Friday, man. Like, come on. Like, it's just everything's ready for the weekend. Yeah, everybody's like, we're done. There's been no wins this week.
No.
Tanner got blown out. We're like, it's just been a bad sports week. Crack a beer. Let's hope for the best.
Really?
Seriously.
I don't know. Like, so what do you do tomorrow night? Do you go kids? Like, I would play bonk, and I let the, oh, now he disappeared. Oh, my internet's fine.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Oh, isn't that like you have to have Xfinity?
Yes.
Imagine that, not having Xfinity, right?
What do you do? What do you do tomorrow night?
That's such a tough call. I don't think, I think they play the same way they've played. I don't think Talk's going to change, and say, hey, we're down 0-3. Let's just
play kids.
Just play kids.
Yeah.
I just don't see that. I think there's
I would play bonk.
I would play bonk too. Yeah. I just don't think it's going to be a throwaway in any way. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to comport themselves like the team that we see them as, and I think they'll play hard. And I think to your point, if it doesn't work out, I don't think it's it's sad, but look, we've been through some devastating losses here. This doesn't as devastating as it probably feels in that building,
right?
Because and every loss, right?
Because you start to
imagine
that, yeah.
See, imagine that. How many times can we work that in the next 40 minutes? Keep it going.
But you're right. You start to believe that maybe there's some magic.
Yeah.
That's happening,
sure.
right?
Everybody wants to be the Craig Berube St. Louis Blues story of a couple of years.
Yeah.
Right? That happens, but
what
it's
was the song?
Oh, what was their song?
Was it Gloria?
Yeah, Gloria. That's right. I was like early 80s. Yeah. Like Laura Branigan. There you go. Bringing it back. But that's where, I think it's a shame, but that's the tough part. Hey.
Oh,
welcome back, Bill Matz.
I think it's straightened out a little bit. I don't know. I have no idea.
So what do you do for Saturday night, Billy?
I think it would be really cool if they got Oliver Bonk and Jet Luchenko and guys like that into playoff games. I just don't know after a season of what it took to get here and everything that this team's gone through. How do you go to Nick Sealer and say we're punting on game 4 to get the kids? You
said that.
That's what I said.
The experience. I feel like that's a little unfair. Now, hey, this team is super banged up, and maybe you think getting a guy like Oliver Bonk in on the third pair, because the third pair has been horrendous, is your best chance to win. And I think you could sell that. I just don't know how far I want to go with, Jet Luchenko, who just stepped off the ice in the OHL and didn't have a spectacular season. Let's get him into a game when, there's probably guys playing out there with broken bones trying to extend this series. And it would be cool just to see them get out there, but I don't know how realistic that is in terms of managing a locker room in the NHL.
That's how I feel about it, Bill. I think Tocchet is a player. He's a player at heart. I think he would think about how that would feel on the other side of it as a coach. And I think there's a respect level. And I think given what the team has done, I think they've earned that respect.
It would be one thing if this was the conference final and you're about to get swept and you embarrassed yourself. Plain and simple, they could have won 2 of these games and they were never supposed to be in this series. Ottawa was a much better team, much highly thought of coming into this season. They never led in the first round against Carolina. They never once had a lead. They got swept in 4. This is a really good team. I don't know if it sends the message of, hey, man, great season. We'll get him next year, to the guys who are like, yeah, you're sitting for a kid who had nothing to do with any of this.
Yeah, I know. I completely appreciate that. Man, the one thing, they got a lot of work. That power play. The 5-on-3 was, I keep going back to the 5-on-3.
That was hard.
Because it's 2-1.
Right.
Right?
It was right there.
Yes.
Right there. We talked earlier, Bill, about whether or not the Flyers could decline power plays moving forward.
It was, I did, a lot of people in our super chats during post game last night had issues with the officiating. Charlie and I both and Steve all agreed it was kind of more just bad than lopsided. There was one call, the Sanheim board, where I thought,
100%.
Why was he in a vulnerable position? There should have been, not even a major to me, 2 different penalties to make a 5-on-3. That said, how mad can I get when it wouldn't have helped them? What were they going to do? Score? Probably not. They get a 5-on-3 later.
They threatened. They were threatening to score.
It's like, I could complain about the call, but I don't know. The ref probably helped us out.
I'll tell you one thing though. I thought it should have been a double minor. Like he's got one knee on the ice. Like that, you can't. You gotta hold up.
It's the definition of a vulnerable position.
I mean,
That's whether it was a minor or a major. My thing was what put him in the vulnerable position.
Yeah,
it was an obvious hook or a hold or whatever you want to call it to set it up. You had to call both, but again, they got a 5-on-3 a few minutes later, and it didn't go their way. So maybe it prevents the shorthanded goal, which is ultimately the game winner. But you were going to need to score more than one to win this game, and they had 60 minutes to do it and didn't.
No, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it should be. It's gonna be a good summer. Like we talked about this. It'll be interesting and entertaining. What are they going to do? And are they going to? Is Austin Matthews real? Is that a possibility? Right? What's going on in Edmonton with McDavid? There'll be a lot of the big stuff, and you know what you need, right? Like you need, the one star, and you need a big time defenseman. Man, Ristolainen was not good.
Not good last night.
Again.
No.
He's had a horrible series.
A bad series. It's one of those, a couple days ago in the show, I'm bringing up, Charlie is our stat guy. He's all about the metrics. And I'm bringing up certain metrics with Risto, and he goes, yeah, but if you watched him, he has not been good. And that's coming from the stat guy. He goes, yeah, but you're watching him, right?
Right.
This is the middle of the show. And that's for a guy who I thought played really well in the Penguins series, and I believe is still leading the team in point scoring in the playoffs. He just hasn't looked great in this series.
That's wild.
I wonder what happens with him this summer, because if the idea is to get better, it's going to be hard to do that when you already, I think, need one top 4 defenseman and then you're replacing a second, but they need some upgrades. And if nothing else, this is a great reminder, this series, to Danny Briere, not to fall in love with the culture, not to fall in love with the group. You still need more really good players. And it's a little bit of a wake-up call. Yeah, the Penguins were fun, but this is a cup contending team, and you're not close.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is going to be an interesting thing. Like, Mietskopf is going to have it's going to be an interesting summer for him. Like,
huge summer for him.
You're buying in? Like, now
he has to get stronger and faster. He needs to be able to beat defensemen. He needs to be able to win battles, keep the puck on his stick. And then that's when his instincts can take over and score goals. But that kid needs to get so much stronger and faster this summer.
Yeah. It's not a party summer. It's a work summer.
Yeah, not hitting the shore. Don't want to see him at the OD.
No.
I fully
hang out with
understood.
Cooper.
Hey, you're 20 years old. You're a millionaire for the first time. You enjoyed yourself last summer. Now it's time to get to work.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm with you, Billy. What's the deal for you guys today?
I have a mailbag dropping today. It is our technical off day, but we did a little bonus content. I talked for 15 minutes about what becomes of that Toronto 2027 pick because of all the machinations with the Toronto Maple Leafs winning the draft lottery a couple of days ago. That now becomes an unprotected pick. It seems the Flyers have it, what they might be able to do with it, and that's all dropping today. And then pre and post game again on Saturday for Game 4.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Let's extend it. All right. Good stuff, Bill.
Why not?
Thanks, buddy. Bill Matz.
Take it easy.
Yeah. If they go down, I go standing go.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
We don't do that very often in this town, but
we did. Who did we do it last week? We did it with, was it the Sixers or was the Phillies?
Well, we definitely did there was the Trey Turner stand.
No,
But
I'm talking about, there was the season that ended with it ended with a rousing ovation.
I think that the Flyers would be in line for that.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Not sure. Need to fire up.
Yeah.
Fire up the Google machine.
Yeah. Who the hell? I remember, and I remember like calling for her, like liking it or whatever it was.
Look,
I think it was years ago.
And I think it's more about the turning of the page, right? Like they.
Yes.
I think that's where they are. And again, I expect them to go out and play hard Saturday night.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what they are. They're a lovable team. All right, we have our Rothman doctors.
Yes.
This is very, very good. Every other week, we talk to one of our Rothman doctors because, we still think we can play. And all kinds of injuries happen, the whole thing. And so we have our best orthopedic team for every body part. All right.
All right.
So today we focus on the back. Big golf week coming up.
Huge.
Right?
PGA.
Yep. And you know all about it. Let's welcome our friend, Dr. John Mangan, to the show, one of the great Rothman doctors. Good morning, Dr. John.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, buddy. Let's talk a little back. Listen, next week's a big golf week for us.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, down at Aronimink. It's going to be a golf-a-palooza everywhere. Everybody's going to be into it. It's going to be awesome.
There's going to be so many back injuries from people who are going to have never picked up a golf club before. You're going to be very busy the week after.
Yeah, that's.
So what is the commonality? When we talk about the back and why is it so prevalent in golf?
It's golf is a sport that it's highly repetitive and it takes a toll on the back, right? Everybody's trying to drive the ball further. Everybody's twisting and trying to put more power into their swing. Yeah. And as we see that, more and more people are having back injuries and it's ubiquitous from the high school athletes that we see all the way up to the professionals. Back injuries in golf just ubiquitous everywhere.
Is it the coil, like because you're coiling and then uncoil to try to get is it that dramatic of a movement that really
it's all the torque. It's all the torque that people are putting into the low backs that causes all the pain.
So like we see it on the tour all the time, right? Like you see guys, who's got a disc issue, who's got spasms, who's got surgeries, the whole thing. What are the warning signs, Doc, that you go, something that you got to watch out for because it could go?
Yeah, so it's a good question. So I think people who start having some pain in the back, if you're starting to get any pain down into the leg or into the buttocks, it's probably time to take a week off, give your body some time to rest. You look at the guys on tour, right, that have all the trainers, they have all the resources that all of us wish we had to play, right? And they're still having the same problem. So I think, especially if you have family members that have had back problems, when you start having some of these like little aches and tweaks in the back, and if anything down the leg, take a break, give yourself some time to heal and stretch and get into some therapy before you start getting back out on the course.
What's the, what kind of pain would differentiate like a disc as far as like a sciatica and that, how do you know the difference? Like, how would you know if you're experiencing pain, what would be the difference to look for?
Good question. Yeah. So anybody who gets pain into the buttock or down the leg, whether it's the front of the leg, the back of the leg, people think sciatica only goes down the back of the leg or the side of the leg. It can happen in the front. It can happen on the inside. That's usually a disc issue. That means a nerve is getting pressed and you have an issue going on in the back where a nerve is irritated. If you're having pain kind of like at the belt line or above, it's usually muscular. And it's usually that you tweak something. So, belt line pain and up, usually you need some therapy and some exercise. If it's going below your leg, below the belt into the legs, that's when you really should seek some treatment.
See that, man?
Now I'm writing that down.
All right, like that
is a very good tip.
It is.
Yeah.
You get golf tips, back tips from Doc. All right, it's the best. So let's talk about like a professional. Like so, next week, if you experience if you have a golfer that experienced the pain mid-round, right? Like, how do you manage that over the rest of the weekend with your play and consistency and the whole thing?
Yeah, it's hard. No, I mean, especially like as we talk, like the back is so much part of the swing, right? Like all of that torque that you need, it really can hinder a player's weekend, right? And so if that happens, obviously they're getting into the gym, they're stretching out, they probably have their therapist there trying to work on them and taking some anti-inflammatories. But that's why we see, guys and girls drop out of these tournaments all the time when they tweak their back, right? Colin Morikawa missed like a week or so in early April because his back was out, right? Rory's had it. Everybody knows Tiger's had some back issues, right? So these are real issues for players on the tour all the time, and it causes them to have to drop out of the tournament if they can't get enough power in that swing.
Do you believe in the cold pack or the heat no good?
Or heat? No, I think, I tell patients all the time, like if it's just happening, cold is really good. It helps try to drive down some of that inflammation. But when you have a muscle that's like been tweaked for a while, sometimes that heat kind of helps bring some blood flow into the area and helps loosen things up. And I think, the old adage of like laying flat or getting on a hard surface is antiquated, right? So we want patients up, moving, stretching out the back, moving around the best they can. I mean, I know people are hurting, right? But the more that they kind of keep things loose, usually the better it gets.
Yeah, it's funny. That whole thing where you're just it makes it 10 times worse. Because,
it feels awful.
Right. Yeah, you can't get up, right?
You're like, this is the worst. Oh, my God. Well, will you check out any of the golf next week?
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there on Sunday.
Nice.
Awesome. Championship Sunday.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Yeah, exactly.
That's
nice.
Cool, Doc.
Hopefully see some good stuff. Yeah.
Do you play?
Yeah. Well, loosely.
We all do loosely.
You can try. Yeah, exactly.
Well, if anybody tweaks their back next Sunday, we'll let them know that you're on the course.
Yeah, I'll be there. Just come find me. Yeah.
Give CBS and ESPN a heads up. We'll send them over. Yeah, get a plug for Rothman in
There we
national. Go. You'll be like, get some new clients. You're set.
That
sounds great. You let me know.
I'm in PR, so that's where my head goes. So
listen, it doesn't get better than McCain, Doc. All right, Doc. Listen, you are fantastic. We love our partnership with you guys. All you guys are great. You're great sports people. Just awesome, and filled with information that we need. So thank you, Doc.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
There he is, Dr. John Mangan, checking in, talking about the back.
Got to stretch it out.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, the stretch. Oh, yeah. All right. Next week. Will you be there next week?
Yes, I will be there.
Like every event.
Yes,
I don't know anyone with a schedule like Meg. Like hearing your schedule tires me out. And I think I have a pretty busy
schedule.
Not like you. Yours, like, what do you do? Like, what, like, you first of all, I don't know how you keep it straight. Second of all, how do you have the energy? You are boundless energy.
I've been blessed with a good constitution in terms of like, I'm an up person, so I like to have that energy. I feel very badly. So shout out to Jane Golden, who was honored last night at the Wall Ball. Unfortunately, my flight was delayed from Pittsburgh, so I missed the event honoring her. She's getting ready to retire as the founding executive director of Mural Arts in Philadelphia. But I try to make as much as I can, because I think showing up is really important for people, for causes, for events. And at this time of year, like everybody's part of this, right? And, Jackie Ensley's doing an incredible job out at PGA. And before her, Ryan Ogle. In fact, Ryan Ogle, shout out to him. He left PGA and is at Churchill Downs. So
wow,
really? Yep. So just did his first Kentucky Derby last weekend. But Jackie stepped in, back in the early winter, and she's been doing a fabulous job getting Aronimink and ready for the PGA. It's going to be a spectacular week out there for sure. I think, it's something that Truist last year, I think, kind of opened the eyes of like, this is such a great, golf community.
Well, we're a sports town, so it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Like whatever you put here,
we're gonna go to.
Yeah.
Right. And if we could tailgate at all of it, that'd be great.
Yes.
Like, right? Like it's gonna be a good time. But we'll definitely have the golf clap down. But I have a feeling it's gonna have a little bit of its Philly flavor to it next week out at Aronimink. But no, they've done an amazing job. And so I think part of this is being present, right? and being supportive of everything that's happening here in Philadelphia.
But you're at every event. Like, when was the last time you had one night to yourself that you didn't go to an event or traveling or whatever?
So actually, to be honest, Monday night was this past Monday night. I had like something cancel. And, you know, I feel so old when I say that, but like something canceled and you're like, oh,
yes.
Right? Like, and then I'm like, oh, you're so old. Like, that's awful. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in my pajamas and I'm watching the game. Yeah. So for me, like Monday night was like, oh, something's like not on the calendar. And it's like, don't schedule anything.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I'm free.
Don't do it. That's right. Or don't tell anybody that this canceled. But no, I mean, it's busy. And the next several weeks are just going to be, wall to wall, but it's once in a lifetime.
Why I think
it's once in a lifetime.
This is why I think you would be great in politics.
Oh.
Right? Because you have that boundless energy that you could go and you can tackle that schedule.
Well, I appreciate that. And I will say, interestingly enough, obviously our current mayor has a lot of energy. But I, had the opportunity to work really closely with Michael Nutter and when he was the mayor and we were hosting the papal visit. And that is I think that is such a lesson of watching him at that time, because it's just a unique experience to be up close to that. And he went to everything. I mean, he believed that being the mayor of Philadelphia was the absolute best job on the planet.
Yeah,
and so he was somebody who went to everything and showed up. And even if he could just stop by, he did. And that matters. That matters so much to people. And so I that's a lesson that I take with me from, the papal visit and the importance of showing up and being
cool.
and being happy to be there. Right.
Yeah.
And like, and there are days where you're tired. But it's important, and there's just so much good.
Yeah, well,
right?
I want to get into
There's so much good.
Next hour in our Love Philly hour.
All the good.
I want you to kind of go through some of this stuff
Sure.
and what's on the horizon with the World Cup, because now we're getting closer and closer and closer, and then beyond, and all of what you're doing. So I want to get into that. First, we're going to take a quick TO, and then we're going to come back. TV Todd.
Ooh, TV Todd.
Who I love. He's the best. He was with me last night and at the game, and no bigger Flyer guy than Todd. And we'll talk about some stuff going on to watch this weekend, as we always do. But first, let's talk about some of our friends. Hey, I love Dick's Sporting Goods. All right, having two athletes, I spent a lot of time at Dick's Sporting Goods, and from the soccer tournaments down at the South Philly Sports Complex to the baseball games happening right now in your own neighborhoods, summer sports officially in full swing across Philadelphia. And whether you're getting ready to cheer on your favorite team or getting the kids geared up to hit the field, Dick's Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything you need this season. We're talking jerseys and fan gear to rep your teams, plus all the equipment, gloves, cleats, bats, balls, batting gloves. Like, I get you should see what Massimo has. It's unbelievable. His bat bag is worth more than my car. Everything you need for whatever sport you're playing this summer. It's super easy too. I love Dick's Sporting Goods. All right, check it out. Shop online at dicks.com before the next big game, whether you're heading to the stadium or just sit back with friends. Make your first stop, Dick's Sporting Goods, because summer sports starts here.
All right, folks, it's Financial Literacy Month, and I've got something that's going to help you off the field. Teaching your kids how to handle money, so important. And if you're a TrueMark Credit Union member, you've got a fantastic opportunity to help your kids and teens learn to earn, save, and spend wisely with a free Greenlight account. Now, Greenlight isn't just any app. It's a game changer for your kids, whether they're setting savings goals, learning how to track their spending, or even getting their allowance. It's all right there at their fingertips. And get this, each kid gets their own debit card. That's right. They can make their own purchases, learn how to budget, and build real-world money skills while you stay in control from your phone. You get peace of mind. They get the chance to make smart, responsible choices with their money. So if you're looking for a way to teach your kids some financial plays this Financial Literacy Month, we can't recommend this enough. It's like training for life's biggest game. So head over to TrueMark.com Greenlight, get all the details and sign up today, and don't miss a chance to set your kids up for financial success. TrueMark Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA and is an equal opportunity lender, NMLS 404938.
Act like a man. You can't handle the truth.
It's time for TV Todd.
There he is, Todd. What,
Long time no see, cuz.
You got a flat tire?
I did. I did. I was all set to come see you in the studio, but something intervened.
Where last night? Did you get it last night after the game?
No. I noticed there was an issue before the game, and I got back to the hotel last night, and everything looked like okay, but it was on the weird side. And this morning I woke up, and I clearly have an issue.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Where'd you stay? You stayed at a hotel, or you should stay with Danny D.
I know Danny D is so kind and always offers that option, which I'm going to take him up on next time. If I didn't have my family with me, I'd be hanging out with Danny D, doing the whole Fishtown scene.
Danny D's like, bring everybody. It's all good. It's all good.
He's the best.
So how you feeling? How you feel today?
I kind of feel the way you do. Listen, the game started off great yesterday. Like that first period, they were buzzing.
Martone! I thought it. I was sick because I told him. I'm like, Martone's gonna have a big night. Martone's got. I swore he was gonna score last night.
He almost did. I mean, it was buzzing, but you just knew. I think I had texted you this. I felt like they lost that game in the first period.
Yeah.
You just knew that not capitalizing on those chances was going to come back to bite them because the Canes were going to capitalize on their chances. And what a kick to me to have Ghost, get a couple assists on that blue line when that's what we need. We need Ghost back.
It's the truth. I mean,
it is. It's one of those things where it's the Jared McCain conversation. It's Ghost. It's like you're gone and we need you back.
Yeah, exactly what you needed, which is blue line power play help. And that's the thing, man. Like the power play is like it's so bad right now. Yeah,
There is no power play. I mean, we scored on a delayed call. I mean, like there is no power play. But you know what? Like, most seasons, when I was listening to you talk to Bill this morning, most seasons at this point, obviously we're already on the golf course, right? But there's not the discussion in the offseason is so big and heavy because we need so many pieces. Not this offseason. I think we need a couple pieces. That's all we're talking. We need the young guys to get bigger and stronger. They obviously have the experience now, but what else are we really looking for other than a couple of those key pieces that we've talked about all season long?
Dude, that's why Meg and I this morning, listen, I feel great. Like I said that, God forbid they get swept tomorrow night and they lose. Give them a standing O, man. I'm like, I'm appreciative of having them back, and I think they're in a great place. I think this is the start of something special, and I think it's like the whole goal was, hey, let's be a perennial contender. I think they're going to be a perennial contender.
Well, I think, last night JJ sat with us in the concourse, right? And he was talking about how this team reminds him of like the early 90s, right? And the sustainability of a competitive team. We didn't get a cup, but a competitive team. And he sees the start of that. And his view on this is interesting to me because I do see that Danny Jonesy, Hilferty, like Talk, these guys all know that this is not an overnight fix. And we are on our way. Maybe we accelerated a little bit. But there's still some patience I think we all have to exercise here.
Yeah.
But man, was this a fun season.
Yeah.
100%.
No,
Could not agree more.
Yeah. No, it's
Couldn't
true.
agree more.
And I will absolutely be giving them a standing O tomorrow night in the stadium. Win or lose, doesn't matter. I'm very proud of this team.
Yeah, I feel the same way, dude. I'm with you. Like
I think everybody does. Yeah. I really do. I think everybody has been so desiring them to come back to this like relevance.
Yes.
Right. And so not only did they do that, they weren't just relevant, they made us care. Right. And I think that and their attitude and the way that their team chemistry just really it got it. Like they got it the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Meg, your point, your question earlier about Vladar, The thing about him that I said this on the show last night, but I was told about him before the season began by the Washington Capitals goalie coach. And he told me that not only is Vladar a hidden talent that will end up being your number one, but he's also an incredible glue guy and locker room guy. And that has proven to not only be the case, but to probably be one of the biggest factors in holding this team together down the stretch. The calming presence that he gives them. And yeah, he is our number one. And we're not in off season looking for a number one. And that's new and that feels great.
Yeah, it's like a relief. Right, like check that
Huge.
box, right? And I think
Huge.
that's the glue thing is interesting because I think you're hearing a lot more of that as people have been paying more attention. But I think Ashlyn Sullivan told a really interesting anecdote about how like in the beginning of the season, like she went in to talk to him and was like setting it up like, oh, he's going to be the number two, and he kind of very calmly like addressed her and was like, oh, I'm here to compete for the starting job, like in like a very like, and I think that and her reason for telling that anecdote was to say that like his focus and his view of who he is as a player, but the calmness in which he just sort of like communicated that with confidence, like you need that. That's what you need, that calm confidence in the locker room, especially when you're adding in all these young players. And like the last time I was on when we were talking about Martone, he's like having a puppy, right? Like he's right. So like you need a couple guys who are going to be like, all right, we're good.
Absolutely. It works. It's important for even veterans, right, to have that calming presence. But to your point, to have it with these young, these 19, 20, 22-year-olds, I mean, Vladar deserved the MVP status this season.
Totally.
What's your takeaway from some of the kids? Like, obviously Martone's the obvious, like, so you can't wait. He's on his way to stardom. Bump, you liked what you saw from Bump, right? Obviously,
Yes, very much.
we just talked about it with Bill that, it's a huge off season for him and that he's got to get stronger and he's got to get faster.
Yeah, I think the players that you're seeing now, and I agree, by the way, that I think Todd sticks with this squad for tomorrow night because it's not only a reward in a way, it shows the confidence in them, and I think he sticks with them. But I think the players you saw last night and Cates, I'll throw Cates in there too, and certainly Tippett. This is our group, and I do think it is a matter of getting not only bigger and stronger, certainly for guys like Martone. Martone is going to be a beast when he gets bigger and stronger.
He's already.
I had friends who were Bruins fans texting me last night because the Bruins were going to take him. And they said to me last night, I can't believe we didn't get this guy. He is going to be a generational player. You got a generational player.
He's going to grow into those eyebrows.
He's going to grow. Right. He is like that big. You're right. He's like that dog that's going to grow into those paws.
That's right.
So I think this young group is the group. They just need to get bigger, stronger, but also the most important thing to me is the experience that they've gotten through not only the playoffs here. I mean, of course, that speaks for itself, but the stretch to get into the playoffs where every night was a pressure cooker. I mean, the experience they're getting is invaluable. Look at what Todd even said after the game last night. He was teaching through the press conference last night when he said, these guys got to be smarter. Don't get drawn into it. Ref, back off. Don't take that extra penalty. We have the right teacher. We have the right students. I mean, I am psyched about this group.
That was Todd's best press conference.
Yeah, I thought
because
it was.
it was such a good way of demonstrating like how you can be critical of your team, but
not throw them
under the bus. Like that.
Absolutely.
Everybody, like if you're looking for a teachable moment, like the teachable moment where it's like you guys got to be smarter and do it a way where every one of them almost echoed that in their post-game comments. Like that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, and let's go back and let's tie back in the Mitch controversy over the year, right? The year is the controversy from, I don't even know who raises it, Twitter people or whoever, but that it was unfair to treat Mitch the way Todd had treated him, in terms of ice time and sitting him and that sort of thing. Todd has been consistent, and to your point, it's not about one player. It's about the team. And he doesn't care who you are. He's going to work to make you better. And if it takes to sit you a little bit, put you in the press box to look at the game from a higher view, that's what he's going to do. I mean, I think all the talk, criticizers and naysayers at the beginning of the season really have to be quiet at this point, because I think we finally got a guy who's willing to criticize players. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what a coach does.
Yeah, and not be nasty about it or degrading about it. Like, I thought he pushed all the right buttons.
He absolutely did. And I was going to say, even we're almost seeing it across the street too, with Mattingly going in as the manager a little bit, like, right. Like where it's like, there was like, oh, like, he's like, okay, thanks for your opinion. I will be sitting you. Like, Alec Boehm, take a night off. There you go, buddy. Again, Mundo Sosa, welcome back to the lineup. Thank you.
You go, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're seeing someone who's like, thank you for your opinion, and I will do exactly what I am going to do. Like, right? Like,
Absolutely.
that's, and I think, and look, you're seeing some movement. Now, the painter thing was a problem, but other than that, just saying, this kind of coaching seems to work. Just saying.
I still think we're in a moment though, a little bit of a grace period where every time we have these conversations about Mattingly and the Phillies doing well again, I just have to say, poor Topper.
I know. It was not, I feel the same way. Like, Topper is such a nice guy. Totally, like, he just was set up not to succeed.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, again, the lineup is the lineup. It's like, you saw the holes.
There is no right.
I don't know. It's the Morey effect or the Dombrowski effect in the same way. Speaking of which, you're going down to Sixers tonight.
Oh God, yeah, I sure am.
Defend the house.
I told you, Anthony, when I heard Embiid say what he said about the Knicks fans coming into the building, and also because I was at the Knicks series a few years ago, and I had Knicks fans sitting next to me, and they were telling me that they just can't afford MSG and they want to come down here. So when I heard him say that, and I thought about my past experience, I just bought tickets because I'm like, I just need to fill those seats with a non-Knicks fan.
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Isn't that great story?
That's a great story. That's awesome.
That's
for
beautiful.
you.
Yeah, I love
that. Am I excited about the game? I'm not sure about that. We'll see.
I know. I mean,
depends on who plays.
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible.
You might be on the bench by the end of it. I don't know how what your game's like, but I mean, if you can run a little bit, might need you.
I can flop as well as all these NBA players now. That's for sure.
You're set. We're good. Good. Just raise your hand at some point. If Tyrese is looking a little tired, just give him a 45 seconds. That's all we're looking for. We don't give him much
I'm
more.
not really sure where the NBA begins and soccer ends anymore. It's like these players are it's getting so out of control.
Oh my God.
So let me ask you, buddy, what are we watching?
My God.
In between all this stuff.
I know. You know what, Anthony? I was thinking about it this week. It's like we've been doing so much Flyers talk. We haven't gotten too much shows over the last few weeks, but I think unfortunately we're going to be talking shows in a couple of weeks. So
I know.
Anyway,
all right.
But we got some good. Listen, I want to point out a couple things for the audience for this week. Everyone's pretty excited about the show The Bear, the FX hit series The Bear, and its final season. Fifth and final season comes out in June, mid-June. But what they did a couple days ago, they didn't tell anybody this at all. They threw out a secret episode under a different name on Hulu. So it's called Gary, Gary. It's under the name Gary. It's not even under The Bear. And what it is it's the story of John Barenthal and Eben Moss's characters and how they met. Like, it's like a prequel series where they travel together to Gary, Indiana. And it's supposed to be really cool and really edgy. And here's the really neat thing about it. So a few weeks ago, I went to New York to see the two of them star in Dog Day Afternoon. Incredible stage adaptation of one of the best movies of all time. And such a cool stage. It's like they had the bank and like that you'd see the inside of the bank when they were talking, like the employees.
Wow.
And then when they wanted to show you the outside, the stage would kind of turn and push forward.
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
the audience would become the crowd outside during the hostage.
Oh, that's
Oh my
cool.
gosh, that's
awesome.
amazing. That's
So
really
we
cool.
were the ones chanting Attica, Attica, Attica.
No
It's
way.
really
Are you
cool.
serious? That's awesome.
Really cool.
Awesome.
But during the rehearsals of Dog Day Afternoon, John and Eben wrote this prequel about their characters.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I love The Bear.
Yeah.
Love it. Such a great series.
It's such a great show. And
Such a great
and I'm
show.
glad, but it is, I will say this, Meg, I say this all the time on this show. It's again kind of bittersweet, but I like when shows end. I think you need to end them.
Absolutely.
3 seasons, 4 seasons, maybe 5. I want to end them because as a producer and writer and showrunner, if you know the arc from the beginning, it makes for a much more interesting, tight experience
Series.
for the audience.
I totally agree.
Yeah, you have it
So,
mapped out.
yeah.
Like you know where it's going. You know, like the worst thing you do is like meander in the middle,
Right.
and that's where the show, when you say goes off the rails, goes off the rails.
Right. And
Yeah,
that's why The Bear has been so
absolutely.
special as a series, right? Because each season has been so tight and like it's building and it's like, where is this going? And it's awesome.
I think
Yeah,
it's
and I
genius
think-
though.
Yeah.
To do a prequel like that,
That's really
put
cool.
it under a different name without saying it is
I know.
is brilliant. It's
And
just
especially
brilliant.
with these you're talking about 2 of the best actors out there today, and I'm sure they're great writers. So that one's out there. I think the Bear fans are going to really love that. It's called Gary on Hulu. And then one of my favorite movies of last year in the horror thriller space, but more of like tongue-in-cheek fun horror thriller, is finally streaming. And I've been telling everybody to watch this movie. It's called Send Help. And it's finally streaming.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about it. Where go ahead, you explain it. I remember.
It's so great. So Sam Raimi, the legendary horror director, Evil Dead, he's incredible. He wrote, believe he wrote and directed this, but it stars Rachel McAdams, who is fantastic in this. And the story is, it starts off in her corporate office, and she is, working her way up to a promotion, and the head of the company, who she was close with, passes away, and the son takes over. And the son treats her brutally, misogynistic. He's just an awful dude, right? And they go on a corporate retreat on the corporate plane, and it crashes, and they are the 2 survivors. And so she exacts some revenge on him because she has much better survival skills than him, because she had been studying survival skills and had been applying to be on the show Survivor.
Oh my
That's
God.
great.
I didn't realize that part of it. I remember seeing the previews for it and being like, oh, that looks interesting.
It's first of all, it does have a thriller aspect to it. I wouldn't say horror so much. It's thriller, but it's got like
revenge.
jump scares,
Yeah.
comedy, and it's got great twists, really good twists. And I'm glad no one has revealed yet. So I think that is a great one to watch this weekend. Send Me, and that's also on Hulu.
All right.
Hey, you brought up the Apple TV series last week. People are loving that.
Oh, the Widow's Bay.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you hear about
Yeah,
Tell
I
Meg about
haven't.
Tell
I
Meg
was
about
like,
this.
I'm writing. I don't have a pen, but if I did, I'd be writing these down.
Widow's Bay is it's like an Apple series that's going each week, but it's about this guy who I want to say like he takes over like a New England town. He comes to a New England town, and I don't know the role he's exactly in, but I think he comes in as the mayor or something, and he's trying to boost tourism on the island. But there's these strange events that are occurring, and it's very supernatural and Stephen King and that sort of thing. And Matthew Rhys stars in it, he's awesome.
Awesome.
So that one's out now, and it's a week-to-week drop.
Got it. Oh, that's cool. I was like, Matthew Reese is married to Carrie Russell, right? Like that.
Yes.
Because I'm counting down to The Diplomat coming back.
Oh, I love the
Oh
Diplomat.
yeah, that was
good.
what a great
Diplomat,
yeah.
good.
It was excellent.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's great.
Excellent show. Excellent show.
Yeah.
The other one that's interesting that people are really watching this weekend is a Netflix series. I think it may be the fourth adaptation, maybe fourth or fifth of Lord of the Flies, and
I saw
it's
that.
got
Yeah.
this all new, young cast, and it's supposed to be darker, and it's like already in the top 10, and people are saying it's really worth checking out.
Can Lord of the Flies get darker? I mean, really?
I know. It's funny. Like I was thinking about, like, I feel like it's been remade in so many different ways, so many times, but not that many. Maybe like 3 or 4 movies only.
Oh,
Yo,
interesting.
Real quick, the trailer is out. My buddy Nick from Collegeville sent it to me. The trailer is out for Bourdain.
Ooh, I watched it.
You saw it?
I watched the trailer. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I love
really good.
that dude. I love that dude. He was the man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this movie. A24 production. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am an absolute sucker for a biopic. It's like it's like
especially
to me,
him.
it's like it's like that's
you
better than
lived it with
school.
him. You lived his
I know.
depression, right?
I know.
Like,
I
and
know. He's very.
I love that show. Like, I didn't like. I was in No Reservations. Like, I love that when it was Travel Channel. When he moves over to CNN, it's a little sanitized. Still him, but
not the same.
It's not the same.
No.
And like the layover, what he did, that was some of the best TV I've ever seen to this day, because he was an incredible interviewer, and they always had a great themes, and the way they shot it, it could be noir, right? Like it could be like they tried. They were very creative in what they tried in their storytelling.
Yeah, and he was very relatable. He wasn't like some elite foodie or something that you like. He was like a common man,
but who also could actually cook 5-star French.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But even through his struggles and the challenges and sadly how it ended for him, it's very relatable to a lot of people. A lot of people look to him and his story for some support as well. So I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
My brother, listen, Rooted 6 is in tonight. Got to get one win, man.
How about that guy last night that came up to us, Anthony, and was like, he wants to start a whole movement for you called Free the Song.
That was awesome.
Actually, I when the Sixers won the Boston series, that is the like Twitter like meme I sent in our group chat with Pat McClune, and it was of Anthony screaming, "Play the song!" Like sick. It's like just. It's such a good one.
Play the song, guy.
Song.
First of all, I gotta say before I go, Meg, you're awesome in this role. Like as co-host, like
you.
you're awesome as a co-host.
Right? It's your natural.
Thank you.
She's so good. You are so good.
Oh,
and the
thanks.
fact that you just said you have a Twitter chain or something going with Pat McClune, that's awesome.
It's so funny. I just shout out to my friend from college, Grant Lotus, who actually sent me a DM on Instagram about the fact he's like about our text chain. He was like, I need to get in on that. So he's an anchor out at KRON, but he's from here. He's a great, cool. Awesome guy. So anyway, that it's a great chain.
That's awesome. So fun.
We love it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Todd, we love you, buddy. All right. It was great hanging last night, and
yes.
You were terrific. And
I appreciated it.
Let's get in, buddy. Let's get one in.
All right, go Sixers, go Flyers. Let's do it.
I like it. See you, pal. TV time. We are in the Love Philly Hour, and when we in our Love Philly Hour, Meg, we like to play our open. So I want you to take a look at our open for our Love Philly Hour. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. It's not just the title of Philly. It's a feeling. It's a heartbeat. A city that never asked for permission to be itself. That's us, right? That's our personality. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. And now in 2026, the world comes back to Philadelphia. Not just to remember, but to celebrate. The show isn't just about what's happening. It's about who we are while it's happening. Because Philadelphia isn't a backdrop. It's a character. It's the voice that tells it like it is. The guy at the end of the bar who doesn't sugarcoat a thing. It's the family that's been on the same block for generations. It's the artist, the athlete, the builder, the believer. It's the lifer, the dreamers, the grinders. It's all of us. And that's what Love Philly's about. We're going to sit with people that make this place go. The ones who built it, the ones carrying it, the ones pushing it forward. The legends who left their mark. Not just the championships, not just the headlines, but the moments in between. The way the city shows up for itself, the way it refuses to be anything other than real. And through it all, we're going to remind ourselves and show the world what Philadelphia is. It's not just a stereotype. It's not a punchline. It's a foundation. It's a force. It's a city that gave birth to a nation and never stopped building. So as the country turns 250 and the spotlight finds Philadelphia again, this is our moment to tell the story the right way. Not polished, not filtered, real, authentic, proud. Because this city just doesn't rise to the occasion. It defines it. This is Love Philly. And thanks to our friends at Wawa for bringing us Love Philly. There's nothing better than Wawa, born of Philadelphia, born of this region. And so we thank our friends at Wawa.
Always.
Right?
Absolutely. Love a Wawa coffee.
And now they got tacos. Tacos! They got tacos. Maybe you haven't heard. My big mouth.
Tell us more about the tacos, Anthony.
What'd you think? It's good.
That's great.
Right? VG put it together. I wrote it, and VG put it together and made it come to life, which was a lot of fun, man. And that's kind of the spirit of the hour and all the stuff. Now we're going to talk to Bo coming up in a little bit, but let's first. I want to talk about what you did because you beat Boston and you beat New York.
I don't think it's a beat. Stop.
Greater
Stop,
than
stop.
Boston. New York.
Stop. No,
Let me brag, all right?
All right. No, I mean it's not beating the other cities. Like, and I really mean that. Like, every host city for World Cup is different. That's what Anthony's referring to, is in terms of some stuff that's been out in the ether about Philadelphia's preparations. And so it reflects a complete team effort, right? Top down, from Dan Hilferty to Michelle Singer to Lauren Lambergo. Like, the team is the team, right? That's how you win. That's right. It's like talk, right? It's the city, it's the Eagles, it's the Union, everybody in, right? Like, you don't get to this point, but 35 days out without everybody being,
we're
being
35 days out
now.
Wow.
Crazy. I know.
Oh God.
Yeah. So sleeping really well over here. Doing great, everybody. A lot of Wawa coffee. Coming at me, especially over the next several weeks. But I think it's what was indicative of the Globe piece, the Boston Globe piece about preparations, is just that we had a vision for what World Cup in Philadelphia would look like in 2017 when we signed the bid documents, in 2020 when we started competing against other U.S. host cities. And we just stayed to that vision. We didn't veer. We didn't say, okay, now that we've won, let's do something that's totally different. Let's do something that's not authentic to Philadelphia. Let's do something that we've not. It was like, let's be exactly who we are. Like, we won because we were exactly who we are. We show up a certain way. It's the quintessential Love Philly, kind of story. We're going to show up exactly the way Philadelphia does. And is it perfect? No. Is it great? Absolutely. I mean, I had to laugh that, like, in reading this entire story in the Boston Globe, that you get to the end and, like, the vignette about being at Locust Rendezvous, which, like, shout out, like, what a great bar, to
Right.
like, for that, like,
Yeah.
for those conversations, right? And you've got people who are like, you know, you make a left at that John, then a right at that John, then a left at that John, and nobody knows where the hell they're going, right? And you're like, no, that's fair. It's fair, right? And like, you know, like, and just the way it was very authentic. And of course, like the only things that were bad about, like people said about Philly were like the Philadelphians being like, yeah, but what about, like, right? I'm really mad about this. It's like, can't win them all, but that's what you got to love about it, right?
Right.
It's very much, it's very authentic. And so the decisions that we've made is being a host city all together, the city and the Eagles and Philly soccer and Dan and Michelle and Lauren and the board and everybody, like the decisions, some are good, some are bad. There's going to be decisions we make that people aren't going to like. The decisions have to be what's best for the city,
Right.
best for the fan experience.
Yeah.
And best for, you know, what people, you know, when they're here, what they feel about Philly.
Sure.
Right. And like I said, like there's decisions we've made that aren't, people haven't loved. There's going to be decisions we make in the next 35 days that people aren't going to love. But at the end of the day, we have never veered from our commitment to what we said we wanted to do in 2017, again in 2020, and all the way through. So I think that's, you know, it's a good thing.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. I can't believe we're 35 days
35 days out. I know.
That's stunning.
Isn't it? It's stunning to me.
Yeah.
I've been working on this since 2019.
And I get, you know, and you went through something like this with the papal visit. And, you know, once it got close, it's different because, well, for many reasons, but it's just one event, one day.
2 days.
Right. And here you are, you know, once you're this close to it and then navigating it, the 6 matches, the fan zones, right? Like, you know.
Yeah, because we have the Fan Fest here at Lemon Hill, free and open to the public. We're going to have fan zones in Pittsburgh, Scranton, and Reading, free to the public. And they start July 4th on with different dates. You know, but I think going back to the papal visit, like I do want to make like a really important point. Like this is not the papal visit. The FIFA World Cup is not the papal visit. And I walk into a lot of rooms where I get asked a lot about what the fences going up. There's not fences. Like this is not, you know, that was a downtown. We had a head of state. I think people forget that. Like the Pope was a head of state.
Right.
And he was, you know, driving around in an open air car and people are crowd surfing their babies up to him. Like it's a very different experience. There'll be crowd surfing, but like, you know, not that way. And so I think, you know, as you know, I was reading this study that came out that Axios published a couple days ago. And it was all about people feeling like I don't want, everybody should work. Maybe we need to work remotely because for 39 days, it's going to be gridlock. Here's our match days. We play a match on a Sunday night. Not a ton of effect on the commute.
Right.
Okay. We play 2 matches on Saturdays.
Right.
Again, not much on the commute. Right. Then you look at our other matches. We play on Friday night of June 19th at 8:30 at night. Commute's over. Right. And then you look at the other 2 and it's a Monday at 5 p.m.
Right.
And it's a Thursday at 4
everybody's
p.m.
going the opposite way anyway.
Everybody's going the opposite way. Or think of it in terms of like we have a business person special once a month.
Right.
At the sports complex.
Yes.
We play during the day. So like I think there's I appreciate people's concern, but we're also thinking about spreading 500,000 visitors over a 39-day period. Yes, will there be an influx between June 11th and July 4th? Absolutely. And really July 14th, because you're going to have 100,000 people in the 5 days for the MLB All-Star game.
Right.
Nothing to do with it.
Right.
So, but that's the thing. Like we handle this. Like if you aggregate that over these days, like it's adding another 12 to 15,000 people to the city. There's 1.4 million people who live here.
Right. Exactly.
It's a drop in the bucket.
Yes.
Yes. Is the Reading terminal market going to be busier? God willing.
Yes.
Right? Will restaurants and bars be busy?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's the point of this.
There are 24 matches that we will not show at Fan Festival. right now because they start at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Go out.
Yeah.
Right? Go forth. Go forth and party. Right? Like, I mean, get me that t-shirt. Go forth and party.
Yeah.
That's really, and I think that's the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think you're right on.
Right.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. Bo will join us. I got a football itch. I woke up today, I was texting with Baldy, and I go, I'm starting to get the football itch. Like, and maybe it's because the losing is like, I'm like, let me just dive into some football. And we didn't talk Eagles minicamp. So I need to get to Bo, and we're going to talk some Birds. Nobody bigger than Meg, Birds fans. So we'll talk to Bo about the Birds, and still lots to do. But first, a word from our friends. Talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. Sixers 1.5-point home favorites tonight against the Knicks. Who you got?
I was shocked by the line. I had one of these like, whoa.
Yeah, you give me that look.
To see my face because like I got the line. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, whoop.
Yes, the Sixers are a favorite. And you can play the same game parlay. You want to do an SGP with, I could see a George night. I could see, by the way, Barlow found he found the role here. So you might want to look at his overs, like rebounds, even points, because I think he's going to get run. So you can check that out. Of course, all the hot slots, you name it. In fact, new customers get $500 bonus, and the new soccer slot game where you get 250 free spins. Check it out. BetParks.com has all the details. You're going to be 21. You're going to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Also, let's talk about Xfinity. Yes, and your Wi-Fi, all right? Because, you can have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi. You can keep it the same price for 5 years. That's right. That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. And Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And it lets you stream the game, even like my house where they're all playing video games. They're all on there. All your devices working in perfect harmony, 5 whole years. And the best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me. A lot changes in 5 years, all right? Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi should stay reliable and your price should stay put, all right? Lock in your price. Unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Imagine that, Anthony.
She delivers that line well. On the Xfinity mobile call-in line, Bo Wolf. All right, when he comes back, let me know.
I love that. Okay, so before I've been dying to talk to you about this. Did you see the crossing guard who saved the kid from the car accident but gave the interview eating the ice cream? Have you seen the from 55th and King Sessing? Oh
no!
Oh my God! When he ends, he's like, "Thank you, Jesus." And then I got a Mr. Softy. He eats a Mr. Softy while recounting the entire story. It's so Philadelphia. It's on par with Unlike Aguilar.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
So what's the story? I don't even know the story.
So there was a crossing guard. I don't know the gentleman's name. He says he's the crossing guard at 55th and King Sessing.
Yeah.
And NBC 10 is interviewing him, and there was a high-speed, car wreck that happened as he was working after school. And he goes to help this kid and pulls one of them out of the car. But he describes the entire, they were like, what did it sound like? And he goes, bang. And the reporter laughs because he's like, and he's like, it's not that funny, but that's what it sounded like. And he's like, it is literally so good. But he's got a Mr. Softy ice cream cone the whole time that he keeps licking halfway. He's eating, there's no grip. And he's got his crossing guard hat. It's on sideways because he's eating the ice cream. It is literally
that's awesome.
So good.
I love that.
So good. You must find it, Jules, for him to watch after this. But it is.
Actually,
I want to
play
shout
it.
out to that guy. Yes.
Let's try to play it. All right.
So good.
I would love to do that. in the interim, our man, Bo Wolf.
Our man on the ground, he's solid and sound. He's on the hunt for Eagles news. Handsome and astounds, clever and profound. We're talking Eagles with Bo Wolf.
These intros are incredible.
Yeah, but VG does a great job with it. Good morning,
Because I can't believe you
Bo.
haven't seen the crossing guard.
He hasn't seen the crossing guard, right?
I can't believe that.
No.
Bo, how good is
When
it?
was this? Yesterday?
It's so good.
When was it?
Oh yeah, he's licking the ice cream the whole time. It's all
Yeah,
over
a couple
the place.
days ago. It's
Yeah,
great, but it's picked up. It went viral, and he's definitely in line with, unlike Aguilar, that guy's come back.
Unlike Aguilar, it will never be topped. But
It
this
will
is,
never be
this
topped, but
is,
this
you
is a
know,
close
the next
second.
You know
version.
what's funny is when the teams lose, I'm not on social media.
Oh.
It's weird. When they lose, like I'm like, I don't want to go on social media.
I hear you, but you're missing out. There's some great content. I mean, we haven't even touched on the Rabel Rossini content of the last 48 hours too. But I'll leave that. Let's park that.
It's
My
funny.
goodness.
I don't even. It's true. It's
Inside the NBA, whew, came for them.
So all the Flyers and Sixers, and it's crazy, Bo. Minicamp was quiet. Outside of your world, it felt like nobody was talking minicamp.
Well, let's keep in mind it was just the rookies, and we only got to see 10 minutes, 15 minutes of these guys on the field. And we got to talk to all the draft picks. They will have the veterans in for us to see in a little bit. But for now, we got 10, 15 minutes on the field of just sort of getting our first look, eyeing these guys up, eyeing their bodies. And you have your initial takeaways that probably don't mean anything, but they're interesting. I'll never forget seeing Devontae Smith's legs for the first time at rookie camp because they were so skinny. I was like, I can't believe how skinny his legs are. But he's so good. And you get these takeaways like, oh, I'm thinking about, oh man, Markel Bell, like, oof, I don't know if he's got enough lower body to hold up. But because I will tell you, my biggest takeaway from rookie minicamp was, they go through warmups, they disperse to their position groups for position warmups, and what I always do. I walk over to the offensive line. You know me. I'm a football guy. I want to see the big uglies. I want to see where they're lining up. Is Micah Morris going to be at left guard or right guard? And I am so conditioned to knowing exactly what a Jeff Stoutland offensive line practice is going to look like. They're going to start practice. They're going to just line up 5 across at their positions, and they're going to begin by just moving in concert. You are practicing moving the same way.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. It's not Stout.
There's no Stout.
It's Chris Cooper. And I go over there, and they're not lined up at positions. They're doing some other stuff. And Chris Cooper's like, all right, everybody find somebody who's the same size as you. Now, there's only like 6 offensive linemen out there. And so they're doing these medicine ball pushes, like they're throwing a medicine ball to each other. Like, that's their way to practice their punch. And then they're like holding on to a stick and having to show their grip strength. And I'm like, listen, maybe this is like Mr. Miyagi. He's gonna be right about all of this stuff, and this is like setting them up for success. But to me, after a decade plus of Stout, I was like, oh no, here we go.
You're like, wax on, wax off. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, okay, I gotta get over that. But my the lizard part of my brain is like, oh man, this offensive line might really be worse.
Oh no.
All right, it was just rookie camp. Everybody, let's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing it up. I'm being silly.
Like, come on. Like, I mean, just maybe.
What can I tell you that was good? I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
Uar Bernard fills out a jersey.
He doesn't know what a snap count is, but he fills out a jersey. That's good.
Great.
Cuz, did you watch the All Access video of the draft weekend that the Eagles put out?
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was
There's couple really good moments in there.
Yeah.
And I loved Clint Hurt's pitch for drafting Uar Bernard. which was not as much about Uwar Bernard as it was about Clint Hurt.
Yeah.
I trust myself. I'm the guy who's going to get the most out of him.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think that was great.
I love Clint. He's one of my favorite. I do. I love that dude.
I mean, you want to talk about like alpha
guy.
energy.
And by the way, there's only 2 human beings on the planet that Jalen Carter will listen to. And it's Clint and Big Dom.
And congratulations to Big Dom on his new contract.
Yes.
His new contract. That's right.
That's right. Most important signing of the year.
Yes. And I think probably fair to say, because the only 2 people in the world that could probably beat Jalen Carter up.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's probably a correlation there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It really is. What'd you think of Lemon?
I mean, I thought he looked good, but I'm not going to overstate what he did.
Yeah, I mean,
in running routes.
Sweeping generalization.
Yeah, it's just
he's not big, right? So he's going to win on precision and toughness and spatial awareness, and like that's how Devontae wins too. So that's very on the table. But he's not somebody who's an off the bus guy, right? He's the shortest guy in the wide receiver lineup, and he's not a 4-3-5 guy. But I think we will see when they actually get on the field in training camp the way that he's able to navigate space when he does that special.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. He listen. He's a baller in that he goes after the football. He plays bigger than what he is, but like he's got great hands. He's gonna make tough catches, and I love the kid's attitude. So I'm hoping the fascinating thing though is going to be watching Jalen with these receivers, man, because this is a whole new world for Jalen.
That's exactly right. And it's why I think that this is a good landing spot for Lemon, the Jalen part aside, because with Devontae, he's not going to be counted on to be the number 1 guy. They're going to, with Mangan, in theory, we're going to get a lot of motion. We're going to move these guys around. He's going to get some free releases. I think that's good.
He's going to need that.
But you're exactly right about Jalen. There's no doubt that Howie is very specifically setting this season up to be, we are gonna learn a lot about Jalen and what he can do. Can he throw over the middle of the field more? Can he throw to a wider dispersion of targets? Jalen was doing the right thing in throwing the ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert at the exclusion of everybody else on the offense over the past couple of years. But with A.J. going to be gone, now this is an offense that is in theory built to be a little bit more like the Packers offense, where you want to get it. There are like 4 or 5 guys who are going to be involved in the passing game. I think Jalen is up to the task, and I know that nobody is more wired to want to prove it when there are doubts about him than Jalen Hurts is. But I think this is an intentional thing that Howie Roseman has built.
Now, Jalen's been out in California working. Who's he working with?
I don't know. He has his California guy, and I forget his name.
Because I heard he was out there throwing and working, which is a great thing.
Yeah, and then he had he did the thing where he had what's his name on his Instagram, the quarterback coach from last year, the Bowling Green guy.
Yeah.
It's too early in the morning. They were working out at Temple.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
Jalen hears it all. He knows he knows that there are questions. He knows that there are people in the building who doubt him. I think he's using that all as motivation.
Yeah, I totally agree. Going back to AJ, everybody's favorite topic. Is it AJ still to the Patriots at this point? Is that I saw a little nugget about like the Rams sneaking back in, or like is it still? Or I guess
there is word. I will say this:
if Vrabel is the head coach.
Well, there's an if there. Go ahead, cuz you go first, and I'll
I will say. I had a conversation with somebody that said that the Rams it's not dead with the Rams. And, there's people out there. I mean, it's beneath the surface.
Well, I think they need to have that backup, right? I think they didn't need to have that backup. And I think the last week has been difficult because if Vrabel isn't there, I don't that's the linchpin of that.
I mean, if he's in there or not there, they still need a receiver, though. Right?
100%.
So, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I mean,
I think the odds are still that it's going to be the Patriots, and it's going to happen on June 2nd, and it's going to be a 2028 first and maybe a conditional 2027 third that can turn into a second, something like that. But
why not a 27 first?
I just think that that's sort of how the Patriots will acquiesce to make it a first. I think that it sounds like what's likely to happen. Because the Eagles are willing to take those horizon discounts.
I would think that Howie would say, I want the 27 because, God forbid, you're in I got to move up mode. Right?
You're thinking for a quarterback.
It's exactly what he's thinking.
I mean,
I see those eyebrows.
Correct, Bo.
I mean,
well, here's the thing.
Again, that's the worst case scenario.
I actually think that that's a good reason why you would want it in 28, because let's play this out. Let's play out this theoretical. Let's say the season goes in a disastrous way that leads the Eagles to feel like they want to move on from Jalen Hurts. If that happens, you're trading Jalen, and you're getting a windfall for Jalen. Even if he has a bad season, you're still going to get at least a first-round pick, right? Maybe that is also a future pick. You're probably, if you do that, probably handing the keys to Tanner McKee for a year, right? And then you have him have a prove-it year, and then maybe you're loaded with 3 first-round picks in 2028. And
so you're going to take the buffer year. You're not going to go into get your quarterback. God forbid. Again, this is just conjecture, but
we're playing. This is multiverses,
to make a move.
This is also Philadelphia. We're going to have play out all the scenarios.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta flirt with the multiverses. That's right. Now the thought is that this next year, 27, is going to be a particularly good year for quarterbacks.
Well, that's
a lot of
my
these guys.
point.
But a lot of these guys could also stay.
It has to play out that way, but
And then not all of those guys are up with eligibility. They could stay and hold for another year, and maybe 28 looks even better. So.
But the Rams, I think, could be real.
Well, I mean, first of all, it behooves the Eagles to have it out there that there is another team interested just for negotiating purposes. But I wouldn't put it past the Rams.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I mean, they were interested once. That means there's still a level of interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the schedule? Like, what are we looking at coming up?
Oh, there's not a lot. Hopefully some point soon. I would hope next week. We're going to hear from Sean Mangan for the first time. We still haven't spoken to Sean Mangan, so I look forward to that. But then there's
what days it start?
OTAs with the veterans.
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
Let me see.
I feel like it's the last week of it. I think it's like
catch me with my pants down here.
Yeah, I thought they were doing something next week with everybody, and then the OTAs.
Here you go. Hold on. Nope, that's not it.
All right.
This is good stuff.
It's coming. It's going to happen at some point.
All right. Shout out to a friend of the show, Brandon Lee Gowden, who has it. So OTAs begin May 26th. We got May 26th, May 27, May 29, June 1, June 2, June 4. Those are all voluntary. And then the mandatory minicamp is just 2 days, June 9th and June 10th. They're getting out of town right before the World Cup. They're doing that on
before
purpose.
the World Cup.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. They're leaving June 10th, and then we open on the 11th.
Yeah, how about that?
Exclusive use at the stadium. Have you seen the stadium lately, Bo? It's looking...
I have seen it. It looks great.
Oh, yeah?
And I want to thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Send it to Jules.
I want to thank you for scheduling it all, this whole celebration, June 11th, around my 40th birthday. I thought that was very thoughtful of you.
Look at that.
Birthday. Love that.
Love it, Bo.
We did check that, of course. We said to FIFA, as you're scheduling this and thinking opening match, Bo Wolf, 40, keep it in mind.
I know that was going to, I will, in the absence of my own Peace Prize, I will settle for the June 11th, celebration for me instead. Yes.
I have a thought, and I'm thinking better of saying it. So yes,
that's okay.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. I think we're thinking the same thing.
Absolutely.
do you
Am I going? Yeah, I got tickets to 2 games so far, and I'll be looking
which
for
games are you going
tickets
to?
to others. I can't wait.
Which games are you going to?
The France game.
Nice.
And then the Ivory Coast Curacao game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The France match will be amazing. If you've seen Mbappe play, it's just
can't wait.
He's spectacular. He's spectacular. It's like you can't
And then
take your eyes off him.
I would love to find a way to get some tickets to the Brazil game. That's my dream.
You and me both.
Having been to a game in Rio,
yeah.
I just want to get that energy.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great.
All right, NFL schedule. It's got to happen soon. Next week, I guess we'll get dribs and drabs, but
they're dragging it on, huh? I know, it's ridiculous. Get over yourself, Roger. Usually it's next week. I'm guessing it's going to be 2 weeks.
Out some deal, another streaming deal.
Yeah, they're splitting up the Monday night doubleheaders. They're adding all these games. It's just, enough. Can we stop? Can we stop raking the consumers over the coals and making them have to have 9 different streaming services to watch a football game? It's too much.
Yeah. I love it.
All those channels.
You love paying 9 different streaming services, cuz?
What's that?
You love having to pay like 9 different streaming services just to watch your games?
I like the standalone games. So,
that's fair.
I love that stuff. I do. I love a doubleheader Monday night. And by the way, buddy,
you think we're gonna get a London game?
I was gonna say, do you think we're getting the London game? I was like, Jaguars, all right?
I think we're gonna get a London game. That's my guess.
Yeah. Passyunk Avenue, here we come.
Yep.
Passyunk Avenue, here we come. I'm going to be speaking in an English accent all week. We're going to go out there. We'll see if I can survive.
I think we'll do a Philly Sports Trips jaunt out there.
Yeah.
You're dang right we will.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
That'd be awesome.
My brother, great stuff. Are you 2:00 today?
2:00 today. A little NFC's roundup. We got Fran. We're gonna review those draft classes. Should the Eagles be concerned about any of those teams? Yeah, we'll see.
You know, I kind of am.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys are going to be good.
And not next year, but soon, the Giants.
That defense.
Yeah, I am unpleasantly from an Eagles perspective, pleasantly from their perspective, surprised at how mature they handled the draft. Instead of sort of chasing skill position players at those picks.
Yeah.
Is that Harbaugh?
Going Reese and Malinois.
Yes.
I think it is Harbaugh.
It is Harbaugh.
It was good. I don't love the staff he built, but I think they've got an adult in the room for the first time in a while.
Yeah, no, I'm a Harbaugh guy. We go back with John. I like John. It scares me. He's gonna make them good. The team I don't worry about Washington. As much as I love Daniels, I don't like the way they're run. I think I'm not worried about them.
No, they in their DNA fundamentally they will not be able to sustain success.
Yep, I'm with you, Bo. Great stuff, man. Good seeing you, pal.
Great to see you.
The Bo Wolf. Love it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we're going to take a quick TO. We'll come right back. We'll go through some of the schedule for World Cup. Also, Jules has that video. I'm dying to
excellent.
I'm dying to watch it.
It's so good.
It's such a great photo, man.
It's
the way he described
so
it is great. It's fantastic.
I love that Bo knew exactly what I was talking about, too. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I can't go on social media when they lose.
I know.
It's almost like when I was young, I loved, like, my cousin and I, we'd read the paper, like, cover to cover, right?
After a win, and then on a Monday morning,
and when they lost,
you didn't want to
I'm like, I didn't even want to look at it. Yeah. And so, like, the same thing, and I can't use social media to just vent. It's just not my, I don't know.
I'm a watcher.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a reader.
Right. And I'm like, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I didn't feel like, I just don't feel like,
I know. This is good. This is like a palate cleanser.
It's cathartic.
And it's so Philly.
All right. Let's take a quick TO. Come right back. Love Philly.
All right, folks, it's Financial Literacy Month, and I've got something that's going to help you off the field. Teaching your kids how to handle money, so important. And if you're a TrueMark Credit Union member, you've got a fantastic opportunity to help your kids and teens learn to earn, save, and spend wisely with a free Greenlight account. Now, Greenlight isn't just any app. It's a game changer for your kids, whether they're setting savings goals, learning how to track their spending, or even getting their allowance. It's all right there at their fingertips. And get this, each kid gets their own debit card. That's right. They can make their own purchases, learn how to budget, and build real-world money skills while you stay in control from your phone. You get peace of mind. They get the chance to make smart, responsible choices with their money. So if you're looking for a way to teach your kids some financial plays this financial literacy month, we can't recommend this enough. It's like training for life's biggest game. So head over to TrueMark.com Greenlight, get all the details and sign up today, and don't miss a chance to set your kids up for financial success. TrueMark Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA and is an equal opportunity lender, NMLS 404938. If you're a golfer in Philly and you're not part of the GAP yet, you're leaving a ton on the table. GAP, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, is your all-access pass to the best golf in the area. Their member play days get you on the top private clubs and premier golf courses you normally can't even touch, and it's all in a relaxed, fun format. No pressure, just great golf. And when you join, you get a GIN handicap, which changes everything. It levels the playing field, tracks your game over time, and makes every round actually mean something. Plus, for a low annual cost, you unlock access to events, championships, discounted tee times in the entire GAP network. It's the hub for amateur golf in the greater Philadelphia area. Getting started is pretty easy. Just visit gapgolf.org and click join or get a handicap. You can sign up for the online USGA GAP Club for just $55 and get instant access to your membership and get a handicap, or you can host your own handicap through a local public or private golf course that offers GAP. Once you're in, you're in. Events, exclusive courses, all of it. Go to gapgolf.org and get started today.
All right, welcome back, Love Philly. Meg, who's a blast. Listen, let me ask you.
Sure.
So, take us through what's where we're at now. Because like you said, we're 35 days out. So kind of what's the timeline of all these events? So next week we have PGA.
Right.
All right. So we're all going to be in golf mode next week, including you. You'll be there.
I will be there. Yes. I'll be out there Thursday morning with Visit Pennsylvania, Visit PA, to talk about all the things that are happening in PA over the course of the summer. And then I'll be out there Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, both Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, which is exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. It'll be really fun.
Have you ever done a big tournament?
So I went out to Pittsburgh last year for US Open at Oakmont.
Wow. You were at Oakmont?
Yeah, I was at Oakmont on the Thursday with Visit PA. We did a preview for media in Pittsburgh around all of the things that were happening. So MLB, FIFA, PGA at that time, we were promoting that. 250 Deputy Secretary Ann Ryan of the from tourism kind of leads the charge on that. So that's what we'll be doing again on.
What was it like at Oakmont?
Oakmont was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was incredible, incredibly well run. Like it's
Did
just
you
it's
see
a
some
well
golfers? Did you meet yet?
We were in a sweet area off of the 16th hole, so it was really cool to just get to see it on day one.
Yeah,
right. But excited to see the Saturday,
Seeing
Sunday.
those guys live.
Live is really impressive.
Yeah, I've never covered. I've done Super Bowls and March Madnesses and you name it. Stanley Cup and NBA Finals. Never done a golf tournament.
It's really impressive, the scale of it and how this infrastructure comes in. I mean, we talk about the infrastructure that we're bringing in for FIFA World Cup, PGA, and that is an incredible infrastructure that they're going to bring in. And I think that's, when I think back to US Open or looking ahead to PGA Championship at Aronimink in next week, there's just it's so cool to see it up close. You also appreciate how hard it is. Yeah. How hard the game is.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
it's I mean, not
well,
if
you watch those
it's
guys.
Not even an if you know, it's like this is hard.
When you watch those guys, it's just
it's incredible.
So then we're through PGA.
Sure. So it's interesting because while PGA is happening, there's a lot that's happening at the stadium right now, and that starts to happen in terms of getting ready. So anyone who's driving by Lincoln Financial Field is likely starting to see some of the signage outside start to come down. Obviously the Eagles Autism Foundation Challenge is Saturday. So our turn really doesn't start until next week after that event. That's a major event for the Eagles, a great cause. So we will really start to see that accelerate. Pitch went in this week, which is amazing.
But Jules is working on that. I want to see it.
Yeah, pitch went in. There's some time-lapse video on our social media channel, which is really cool to see it. Shout out Tony Leonard, the guru of grass.
Oh yeah, he's the guru.
All the best, and his team. And and then
what's the specific? That's so interesting.
Yeah,
like a pitch.
Well, Tony
is. You don't think about the field itself and the difference.
The field is incredibly important. So FIFA actually brought together a lot of grass experts, including their own Sir Alan Ferguson, to lead the growth of the grass for the 2026 World Cup out of the University of Tennessee and Michigan State. And Tony was part of that group that has been advising and working through that. And then the field at Lincoln Financial Field for FIFA World Cup was grown at Tuckahoe Farms under the watchful eye of Tony in New Jersey.
Yeah, I know. I don't live far from there.
Yeah. So it's an incredible thing.
Here we go.
Yeah, the pitch
Great
just
job,
went in.
Jules.
Thanks, Jules. It's really cool. You can see.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I know. That was the overnight and then went back in day 2. So it's looking good, coming together.
That's neat.
Yeah, really, really cool. So, and then FIFA begins exclusive use next Friday, May 15th. It becomes FIFA's building.
Wow.
Yep. And then we will start building. Our build at Lemon Hill begins May 26th, the day after Memorial Day.
Really? That's great.
Yep. We've got that going. So the infrastructure pieces start to come together.
Yeah.
We're working closely with the union around, getting ready to welcome Cote d'Ivoire, which will come in early June as for their team base camp. And then we've got some, other fun. The U.S. men's national team reveal is going to be on Tuesday, May 26th.
Oh, cool.
3:00. We're going to be doing a happy hour at Tierna Nog. So everybody come out, play a little hooky, watch the U.S. men's national team.
Maybe we should do Love Philly there.
Hey, that'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So we've been doing just some really, there's going to be a lot of activity, a lot going on. Which is great. Neighborhood Jaunts from Philadelphia Visitor Center launched today. So those are the neighborhood tours. You can hop on. They'll be doing them out of the Visitor Center. TED Democracy is in June, which Visit Philly's running. Art Philly launches May 27th. So, I mean, the amount of things that are happening, it's so important. Like, I can't stress this enough. Like, stay. Like, just be here. Don't go.
Yeah.
Like, don't stay home. Don't just be part of it. Like, lean into this. This is going to be so cool, and then the Phillies are playing during this time. There's home series, right? So like, even on our non-match days, there's going to be Phillies games happening. There's a ton of things. It's awesome. Philly's the place to be.
Oh, that's so cool, man. It's going to be so much fun. It really is. Coming up, we're going to play that video, and because I kind of want your take on, since we love Philly, right?
Yes.
Like, you're Philadelphia, all right? So think about that
Okay.
in your mind's eye,
Mm-hmm.
all right?
Will do.
But first, let's talk about some of our friends. Parks Casino, our casino of choice. Parks Casino, what a place for headline entertainment, award-winning dining, 3,200 state-of-the-art slots, hundreds of live table games. The Bet Park Sportsbook, all right? Like tonight, it'll be popping with Sixers, tomorrow with Flyers. Make the night complete. Stay at the beautiful Parksview Hotel, just steps away from Parks Casino. Just announced, here you go, some of the acts. Gene Simmons Band, July 24th. Sebastian Bach with Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses, October 23rd. Comedian Ben Bankus, August 22nd. Magician Michael Carbonaro on September 19th. Still, next week, Thursday, you get the Wallflowers. Friday, Brantley Gilbert, the country music superstar. May 29th, Meg's favorite yacht rock with Ambrosia. The Long Island Medium on June 6th. You got it all. George Thorogood Destroyers, August 28th. ParksCasino.com for tickets. Got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, now let's talk about, this is funny, Talkify. All right, listen up, singles. You trust your team to come through in the clutch, so why are you trusting dating apps that keep striking out? It might be time to upgrade your love life. Meet Talkify, America's #1 matchmaking service. No swiping, no guessing, just real people, real matches, a smarter way to date. So whether you're in Center City, South Philly, or the Burbs, dating's changed. Honestly, a lot of people are just over the apps. So with Talkify, you get paired with a real human matchmaker, someone who gets to know you, what you're looking for, what matters to you, and then hand selects based on real compatibility, not just a couple of photos in a bio. Think of it like having a coach in your corner, but for your love life. And right now, Philadelphia's fans get a special offer. Sign up using the QR code, save up to 50%. No games, no ghosting, just intentional connections to actually go somewhere. Head on over to Talkify.com to learn more. Talkify, dating done thoughtfully. There you go.
All right.
All right, I want to watch the video.
All right,
and
let's
then
watch.
I want your Philadelphia.
All right.
So here's your man. Oh, this is great.
Be in that spot.
I'm the crossing guard on 55th and King Session. When I tell you, he ran the light, T-boned the lady, I'm bobbing and weaving. I'm just thankful to be alive right now. Thank you, Jesus.
What did it sound like?
Bam! No, not to be funny. I swear, not to be funny. It happened that fast. And luckily, I'm alive.
How do you know what time of day?
I had to
kids are
pull.
playing
He's the
out there?
greatest.
It was out there. They were in there. I had to pull a kid out. No, I had to pull, what's the name, nephew out.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, what's the name, nephew?
Thomas?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So there were kids in there.
Yes.
What? So describe this for me. You hear the bang?
Bang. I don't know which way to go because he ends up in the schoolyard. Luckily, I wasn't on the corner. I'm in the shade slightly because it's an 82-degree day today.
And then
Crazy. My adrenaline is still running. I'm just thankful to be alive.
So you see this car on its side. Kids are screaming. What's going on?
I run Sheeple, then I grab a kid out because he's stuck franticing, pull him out. Ain't nobody in there. Guy's in there. He's trapped in there. Then I run out, get myself together because my heart is boom, 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 boom.
And you grabbed the kid.
Pulled him up out of there.
How was the kid? What's
He was shaking up, but I pulled him up out of there.
What was he like under a piece of playground equipment? Or
Yeah,
what?
right up under there.
Wow.
No, I'm being honest.
No, I believe you. So tell me about this car. Did you see what happened to her?
Do a 360. I didn't know which way to go. I'm lucky I wasn't right there on the corner. I would have been trapped in the madness if you zoom in. I'm being honest.
What's going through your head, man?
Thank you, Jesus. That's what's going through my mind. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, that's
I know, right? Like
that guy's the greatest.
I know the ice cream, like
Makes it.
I mean, makes it, but also the bobbing and weaving,
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
whole
that's
thing.
360.
That's right. I mean, it's great. It's so quintessentially Philadelphia, and
Yeah, that guy's
like,
awesome.
That guy makes it. So
That's
shout out
classic.
to the crossing guard at 55th and King Session,
Yeah.
who's saving lives. And also plugging Mr. Softy at the same time.
Ah, the best.
Like, I can't believe nobody has set that to the jingle. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's greatest.
Right, or having it like drive in the background. Like, I mean, it needs some product placement, but I think that guy could certainly.
He's natural.
I mean, natural.
Natural.
I know. I mean,
It's fantastic. And we love our crossing guards. We used to have one on 18th Street, on 18th and Renner, Cass. I love Cass.
Oh.
Cass was awesome.
Crossing guards, they were like right, like you either have like they're like
lady,
like they're great.
Okay,
that guy
rules.
That guy is like number one.
Yeah, he's the best.
Like shot to the top of the list.
He's the best.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. Like somebody's got to sign it. Like Mr. Softy, get after it. Like that guy is going to sell you some ice cream.
Yeah, he said. Yeah, it'd be great.
Saving lives, having some ice cream.
Yeah,
like and like
saving lives, eating cones.
That's right, bobbing and weaving.
Yeah,
bobbing and weaving. It was awesome. Also, great use of the word franticin. Like he said, that was also like my sister. Like when we were like going back and forth, she was like, "I'm gonna start using that." Like that kid was just franticin, and it's like, yeah, it's a verb. And the thing is that like I know exactly what it means.
Yes,
like, right? Like it was like I didn't even question. It was like, I would have been frantic too.
Yeah, I'm frantic.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. Right. Again, what like add that to the list of Phillyisms.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Totally.
All right, listen. This
Okay.
won't be the last time because you're coming back a lot. But Meg's Philly.
Like what makes it great, or like what are my favorite places?
No, what makes it great? And what makes it? What does it mean to you? We did the Love Philly thing for you.
Yeah.
And yours. We'll get your favorite places and all that stuff
Yeah.
as the time goes. But really, from the heart.
So for me, this adventure with FIFA World Cup has been a labor of love. And I say that not because I'm the least athletic person on planet Earth. I've never played soccer. And so it's an odd thing to think like, how did you end up in this role? But I love this place in a way that is maybe unhealthy, but also deeply authentic and real, and so much a part of my identity and so much a part of my family. And I think this is such a great place. And so to have the opportunity to share our Philadelphia, who we are, with the world in a way that, I got a taste of that when we hosted Pope Francis, right? Like there was like such a moment about Philadelphia being proud, but this feels so different because it marries the best part of us, right? That fandom.
Yeah.
Right. And Catherine Ott-Level talks about this so beautifully when she talks about fambassadors and treating the city like it's the sixth sports team. And to me, I think it's treating the city like it's the number one sports team.
I love that.
Right. And
I love that.
And that everything else flows from that.
Yeah.
And I think that our love for the Eagles is as much about the team as it is about Philadelphia. And you hear, and I always think that's when a player has gotten it.
Yeah.
When they talk about the name across their jersey and they use Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Not the Phillies, the Eagles, the Flyers, the Sixers, but the city.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that my hope for this is I want us to stop. I want us to knock I know the chip on our shoulder is the thing that we cling to. But like, I want Philadelphians to feel proud of what we're doing, of who we are, and not just how we show up at the sports complex, but that we do so much more and we are so much more. And that when the world gets here, they go, this is a great place.
Right.
And we got to stop taking that for granted, not just taking it for granted, but literally like being like, we live in this amazing place.
Yeah.
And, this week, there, as we went back and forth, because, we were talking a little bit about the Globe piece, right? Like what's so awesome about that is, it should bring people pride that a city that we so often go like, well, we're just as good. Right?
Yeah.
Like tipped its hat.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about the sports, right? It certainly helped that we came back from a 3-1 deficit.
Right.
But like it was a hat tip.
Yeah.
And my hope is that after this, that, people recognize there's a lot of people and places that are giving a hat tip to Philadelphia and all that it is, but it's the people that make it.
That's awesome. Beautifully said.
Thank you.
You are eloquent. It's why you need to run our country.
Oh God!
All right.
No, thank you. I'm good. Please. I
love you. You know that.
But I'm
You need to be a big part of. I feel. I think you are incredible.
Thank you.
And you're a hell of a sports fan. So
right.
You are a natural at this. That's for sure. Meg will be back. Jules rules.
Thanks, Jules.
You're fantastic, guys. We love you. Hey. Play the song. One more game. Can we get a series?
Come on.
Can
play the song?
Can we get a series? Please.
Win. Just one.
What? We need it. Need it. Go Sixers. Go Flyers. Go Birds. See you.
Phillies.
Monday. Yeah.
Phillies.
Of course. Go Phillies.
We all silly like the mayor.